Listen. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Oh. Get that out of there. Puss, and mother. I'm not going to say the rest, indeed. Hey, everybody, it's your boy, Matty Rants. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the panel. Kaboom. This is your Sunday Super Bowl. Da-da-dun, da-da-da. You know, the rest of that stuff. But this is Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to you. All the love in the world. Don't forget, if you're in the comment section, baby, this is your time, too, because with StreamYard, we can highlight what you have to say. And we have a lot of topics today. And I want to make sure that we get everything included here. Now, I've had my libation, so I'm good to go. If you can tell just a little bit, I'm like, ooh, ah, only at Mattress Giant. Ooh, ah. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I see my full panel is here. Blake Keisha, C. Diggy One, Dooley undernoted. I have to say it just like that, friend. I see, we got food and champagne. Lovely, lovely. We like a little food and champagne. Let me go ahead and get my social medias out the way before we get everybody else in here. You can follow me at MattyRants on both Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Cameo. Now, I actually missed 2 cameos, so I gave one for free, and I'm going to do the other one for free, too. And also, you can find me at the MattyRants on Twitter. If you'd like to donate to the channel, because this will not be monetized, that would be super, ooper, duper helpful. Please and thank you. That's Cash App, $MattyRants, Venmo, MattyRants, and PayPal.me/MattyRants. Now, I do want to do an update real quick before I bring my co-host in here. The job that I was applying for, unfortunately, I didn't get it. But they're actually going to be sending me to a different store because I passed and I did so well with my interview. They liked me so much. They just said they had to take somebody in-house who'd worked there for like damn near a decade, and it was like only fair. But they're like, let's get you to a different store. So I'll be waiting for that next call to go see exactly where that location will be. So that's still good news, and I'm very happy about that. Chad, I already see somebody with the bing, bang, bong. We'll get there. We'll get there. I want to bring my co-host in now. We're going to do this in order of low-key, how I just normally do the order. It's normally I go Chris, then I do Jamil, and then Blake rounds it out. That's just normally how we do this. Yeah, that's the order. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this here. First up, y'all know him from his own YouTube channel. You also know him from Pop Roast, the Allegedly show. Bitch, he's been in a magazine. Yeah. Oh, yes, bitch, I keep the fucks up. Ow. And a thank you to So Uniquely for your donate. Let's go ahead and bring him on in. This is my good friend, Chris C. Diggy One.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm feeling real good. How about you, Fred?
Oh, yeah, I have my libation here. Happy Sunday, because I don't acknowledge this holiday.
Oh, I know you are not the one for love.
Yeah.
Ever since I met you. Not
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Chris, what's new real quick here before we get your socials?
What's new with me?
Yes, other than the magazine, honey. You had a little ad.
Well, I'm moving this week, so I'm just packing stuff like that. So you won't have this little background anymore. So I'm excited about that. That's the only thing going on with me right now.
Okay.
I'm moving downtown, and it's gonna be between the 30s and the 80s. Let's just say that.
Oh, okay. Come on, New Yorker.
Right.
He's the 30s and the 80s. My Texas ass does not. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, okay.
Let's go, Chris. Where can they find you on your social medias, my friend?
Yeah, they can find me on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube, all the same name, CDIGGI1. I also do Pop Roast for Alexander Rogers on his channel, and you can also listen to the podcast on Spotify and Apple.
Perfecto. Thank you, Chris, for being here. Now, let's go ahead and bring on my next co-host. I like to give this guy all the love in the world. He checked in on me via text just the other day because he knew I was trying to get myself together, and there was just a lot going on this week, and I just said, baby, I appreciate you. Hey, Karen, thanks for the donation. I see you on Venmo. Y'all coming in. I see you, honey. But let's bring in my good friend, the chef, honey. Y'all want to know how to cook some goddamn food? You call this underscore noted. Also, Facebook group, it's always popping. Come on, Jamel, what's tea?
Hello.
Hi, friends.
Hi, friends.
How you doing?
I'm good. It's Sunday. I am celebrating Single Awareness Day with myself, and it's been a great day for me.
Come on, Single Awareness Day. It's a special holiday because everyone lets you know with their 4 pictures in a row.
Mm-hmm.
We're so happy. Jesus Christ. All in the biscuit. Jamel, what's your social medias where everybody can find you?
Yes, you can find me on Instagram for personal at Dooley Noted with 2 underscores. For business, it's DooleyDoesFood, which is the same for YouTube. And then on the Twitter, it's _Dooley Noted _.
Love it. Thank you, Jamel. And for Jamie, who just donated here, they said Happy Badass Singles Day. I love y'all. Y'all killing me. I see you, Cheat. Thank you, baby, on Cash App. Hold up. We got another one to bring in now. We got another one to bring in now. They like to call themselves Beyonce, but we know better. Sporting a dark navy blue wall. Is that what that bear paint was, Blake? We got to bring in my good sis, good friend, rounding out this panel today, honey bunnies, the one, the only Blake.
Good evening. How are y'all?
Fabulous.
Isha, hello.
Hello, Dooley.
Hello.
Yeah, great.
I'm just giggling because Blake gonna come in here with this hat. Do you see how the light is hitting this wall, everybody? Please understand. He wanted you to know that there's going to be an emphasis on where he is at. I know who you are. You can never fool me. Okay. Shout out to Taylor. I see you on Cash App. Y'all coming through on these donations. Blake, where can they find you? Are you still on private? And whose dog is there today?
I am now on private, but you can find me on Instagram at Rowley B, on the Twitter at BARowley86, and Facebook is just Blake Rowley.
I live and I breathe, and I thank you for being here. And that gamer guy just said Blake is the new Supreme. I disagree, but you know,
it's like she thought.
This is
thank you, gamer guy.
RuPaul asked us who wanted to go home, and that was my answer. No, just
The lady said go home.
I'm still waiting for that episode, even though low key they were giving it at the pork chop loading dock. But we got a full motherfucking list of things to talk about today.
We really do.
Comment section. I'm gonna tell you this about the Wandavision part of when we get there. That'll be later on in this episode. So if you don't spoil thing, we're not doing that no more. Like the show's been on for quite some time now. They give us a week in between these episodes. Too much has happened for us not to discuss what's going on. And I know Chris and Jamel are really into it, and Blake is kind of like mid-water, and I'm just enjoying the ride so far. So we gonna talk about it up all the way through, but we'll wait till the end in order to do that, as well as getting all these other subjects that don't have nothing to do with Drag Race. Drag Race will be early. We doing that on top of the top. But the other stuff is going to be the caboose, you know, like Nina West's outfit on this runway, the caboose of anything and everything, and dropped off into a dumpster and burned alive. But let's see here. Where do we start with this, y'all? Do we do 13 or UK Bing Bang Bong?
Bing Bang Bong, I guess.
Okay, so I gotta say, I have to take back what I originally said about the song because I was like, this is trash. I can't do it. Y'all, I've been singing it every motherfucking day.
It's so catchy.
Yeah.
The
first group fucked it up. Like, they killed it.
Those are the only verses that I'm listening to. I'm just gonna be real, because you know Joe Black and the rest of them gals. I don't know what to tell y'all. What was going on with this? I'm stuck in a picture, and
it was a hot mess.
It was like they kind of played themselves. Like they wanted camp, but I was like, y'all should have zhuzhed it up and gave us a variety because y'all all tried to give us that one note and it missed. But I also thought it was what I was interested in the fact is like I thought Astina should have been the one to come back, and I kind of felt like since it was a performance challenge, they didn't want that smoke, so they tried to be like, "Oh, Joe Black, please come back," and that's how we got what we got.
Yeah.
I thought Joe Black was the right person to come back for what they expected Joe Black to bring on the show.
Okay.
Seeing what we saw, I think Astina would have been the person who would have given us the best performance. But I think everyone was excited to see what Joe Black was going to give you. And because they were home early, I was like, oh, well, let's bring them back.
Right. I agree. Between Astina, Cherry Valentine, and Joe Black, we all felt it when Joe left early. But then I also had my moment in the review where I said, girl, they just wanted to see that outfit that she was going to wear with that wig. And that's why they brought her back. They said, girl, pick her because we just want to. It's this challenge. Oh, bring her back. You know, we'll send her back home in her 59-year-old face, you know, and all that kind of good stuff.
She is
and her H&M garments.
Still tripping me out. She's 30 years old.
30 years old. And I mean, something, you know, what is the water? I don't know, but
I know, girl.
Because I was watching it with my friends and they were like, it's so amazing that when Joe gets in drag, it's like transformed, but Benjamin Button style.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like the same thing. Like I didn't every time I look at the show, I realize Lawrence Chaney is like 23, and I'm like, impossible. But no,
like they're 43.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I got to say this about Lawrence Chaney. Lawrence Chaney is fucking polished. Like, oh,
I agree.
Yeah,
it's so nice to see that. Like, what? Give me some opinions that y'all have. Like, I guess on queens who you're finding to be like excelling hard here. Chris, you go first.
Well, I didn't like Lawrence Chaney at first. I just thought she talked too much, but she really does she brings it, and I really can't say anything bad about that. I mean, I think she's earned every win. Yeah. I think they only brought Joey Black. Whatever.
No, it's Joe Black.
they brought her back because that was the least competition. That's why. I would have did the same thing. Like, whatever. Who else? I mean, poor Tia Coffee. Like, she had me. She really had me, and then she came up with that fuck shit. I was like, are you for real with this? You had 7 fucking months. I'm sorry to be dropping the F-bomb so much, but 7 months.
We're not monetized.
Ooh.
Baby, Janelle, what's T? What's the giggle, baby?
I agree, Chris. So I liked Lawrence, and you know, these last couple of weeks I've spoken about how the girls have been kind of sleeping on Lawrence, so they kind of picked on her the first couple episodes. So I'm expecting to see her to continue to like soar, and I think she's going to be like in the final. What I will say is I'm falling in love with Bimini. Like Bimini keeps just giving us these moments, and I'm just like, yes, girl, like you are doing it, and like that's who I'm the most excited about. I'm worried about Taste. I think Taste will make it to the finish line, but she's giving me the same thing that Denali is, where she's kind of fading in the back while the other girls are coming forward and kind of blossoming.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that Taste gives us a moment or two before she gets to the finish line because she's starting to fade.
Well, we got a new wig, so that's a starter. So that's a start right there. Blake, you in this blue background, give me the tea, honey.
So I used to feel the same way about Lawrence Chaney, but it really is why you gagging though, because she bring it to you every episode. Like Lawrence bring it to you every time. It's always correct, and even after 7 months, it's even more correct. I think I agree. Taste, I love Taste, and what Taste was able to execute, particularly for those girls in this past challenge, was impeccable. But she is kind of like she may or may not make it to the finish line for me. Ahura is giving me an interesting new little like heart wrench edit, like her apologies to people. I mean, I'm here to see a girl apologize.
I'm warming up to her.
I'm right. It's like it's
Ooh, speaking of which, we have to talk about this moment with her and Sister. We need to talk about that. Like, I know that new face was ready to get her together. Do you understand what I'm saying? New cheeks, new forehead, new teeth, and she was ready to bite. She said, Mama, you will not say that I'm not a creative and I didn't come up with this and you're challenging my aesthetic, even though low-key yours was given nothing but ketchup and paper. You know what I'm saying? And Ahora's looked like it was a constructed costume. And I've noticed that from Ahura in consistent levels of costumes that are high level. So there's a ketchup bottle on top of this baby, little drip going on here, bodysuit on this, giving you a little drip still. The paper is perfectly constructed. Now you over here got a wrap of paper and all this ketchup dripping for this dress. You've given this mod wig. You know what I'm saying? And you got a seagull up top. I was like, I get where Ahura is coming from, because if you had a whole nother outfit that we've been seeing, you went home and then you came back with something you definitely have seen before, because you heard Taste. Taste was like, well, love, it was right over there in the corner and everybody could see it. It was like a huge, big thing. Like you could see it. So it's not like you looked at it like, is that a prop for us later? I don't know. I thought it was interesting drama. I was here for that. But at the same time, I go, did she find inspiration?
I mean, imitation is the highest form of flattery.
I hate that saying. No, it's not. Get your own idea, bitch. Don't copy my ass. Girl, I hate that shit. No.
Love to you, babes. Thanks for the donate. And actually, sometimes that's like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, I mean, Ahora's was clearly better. So if you went home for 7 months and you ripped that and came back with that, then your tea or coffee.
Right. You got to make sure you do it better, because like Olivia, she did it better.
Oh, speaking
not
of
for the boxing one, though. Not for the boxing one. I'm pretty sure.
No, Simone ate on the boxing.
I was like, Olivia did better.
No, but that's another thing too. To get back to UK with what's our good Veronica Green not coming back because of the coronavirus. Child, let me tell you something. They should be thankful. Because sister was about to eat.
Oh,
I
she
promise.
Girls up.
Bitch. I was like, girl, what? They had a Eurovision challenge. Mama would not have rapped. It would have been a straight up, okay, we're going to get to actually sing something here. I know they're thankful for that, but I also saw the special too, where they were like on lockdown and all that kind of good stuff. Taste making a pot noodle sandwich. I was like,
Come on over to DooleyDoesFood, girl, because you don't have to eat like that, girl.
I said, I'm so mad she gave the struggle food. I was like, why you got to do that?
We did eat a few struggle meals at the beginning of the Rona.
It did happen. There were, listen, I was all about them Campbell soups, them big ones, the ones that are supposed to be the mighty meals. And you like, bitch, I would get biscuits and heat them hoes up and put them right with the, there you go.
I sure enough had about 20 bags of cup noodles or whatever, the ramen you just put in the
Old high blood pressure. Shout out to Allison. Shout out to Jose. Shout out to Jamie. I see y'all. Shout out to Karen. Come on with it. Come on. And so uniquely, y'all coming through.
Is Veronica okay?
Well, yeah, I think Veronica's fine now, but it's like that kind of sucks because they had to get a call right before that to, get tested and be ready. Yeah. And it's like right before we're about to get back. There was a whole moment where she was in the bed for 3 months. I said, child, what? Like,
it hit her hard.
It sucks that she couldn't compete. Wow. But I'm like, the open invitation. Thank you, RuPaul, because I would have been nervous and I'd have been pressed if that was just the end of it for her after what we got with this last episode. Right. And RuPaul going the fuck in.
Oh,
well, she knows now not to have more H&M.
No more H&M, girl.
I'm wearing H&M shorts.
That was a little Tyra moment.
It was a little forehead moment. It was.
It was.
We were rooting for her.
Yeah.
I wish Rue had the same energy for US, because we will get there. But while we didn't see any H&M on the runway, we did see some Fashion Nova. We will get to that. That's on my list.
Oh my goodness! Oh,
who was wearing Fashion Nova?
It was Candy in the in the challenge. Girl, they put that picture up so goddamn quick. It was like before you go there.
Oh wow! I thought she looked great though. But back to UK.
Yeah, we definitely got to talk about US, but to RuPaul and the anger that resonated in her throat. And Michelle Visage looking like the dragon that Daenerys rides into, victory.
It was her best look ever for Michelle Visage.
The best she's ever look. I like Michelle and she looks good, but I'm just saying that was key. It was like, oh sis, like pussy darling, like who are you? But yeah, like it's really, I like RuPaul when she goes off, but also I could feel where her anger came from because Joe Black was like H&M giggles, like, and it was like, now hold up, bitch, like you could have done something different, like, and especially since you looked completely different from everybody else, you know what I mean? Like at least all of them sort of synced in some sort of way. I felt like Joe was in these weird fucking boot heels and this random dress with a finger wave and these goth what was that about?
No sense.
She gonna rob a Claire's? Like, what's happening?
Totally warranted. And especially her getting on Tia too. Yeah, you said that last time.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Where is this? So I don't know. Automatic elimination if Tia Coffee comes down with one more basic outfit. Automatic elimination.
Well, it was so interesting because the last outfit we saw from Tia before she left was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I think Tia has just like it's a regular season problem, you know. Like when you go on the show, you don't know what the heck is gonna happen, so you try to prepare your best. It's that moment, like when you get off the show, that you can really apply and take the time and rebuild or whatever. Like, so I've really enjoyed watching Tia and the things that she's posted to Instagram.
Right,
but like on the show, you're right; it is a little rough around the edges.
Do y'all think it's hard because maybe she doesn't have the money to like have that same type of status? Because I think Monique Hart, didn't she have that problem too on her season? Like she just didn't have that access like other queens did.
We've seen that time and time again. Like you're not ugly, you're just poor. Like once that coin come in, you can just start spending money on whatever you need to spend your money on.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm so mad Jesus said that, but that's the truth. Sometimes when these girls come into the competition, unfortunately, the bankroll is what is driving that force, and a lot of these queens looking good. But also, we've seen somebody walk out with 3D Doritos on, and I know that didn't cost nothing. I know that didn't cost a goddamn thing. But yeah, I don't know. With UK, it's a different scene and a different scenario with these queens and what they do. You know, Joe Black is like cabaret. I would love to go see Joe Black perform. Absolutely. Would love to be there, support. We can't tip, unfortunately, but right. You know, what's your Venmo, sis? Is that okay? Will I be arrested? I don't know. But there are places where they're probably excelling a lot better at where they're from. But when RuPaul gets up there and then we do this whole, well, girl, you need to be this and you need to be that, I think it's already set a little bit to me on who is going to win. Just a little bit, just a tad, tiny bit. But I will say that Tia Coffee, RuPaul loves Tia Coffee, regardless of her looking like a bag of chips, you know, or whatever. Like,
that was a melted yogurt situation, Shabani mess.
Oh no, not Shabani left outside. Like, yeah, I would just, you know. It's interesting, but I will thank RuPaul for that moment because it was necessary. That lip sync was terrible. I didn't like it. Tia did the same moves.
I don't even remember it.
She did the same moves. Jump to my knees, bust a kneecap. Like what's happening here? That Trinity to tuck, jump up in the air and scare somebody mess. Like I don't understand. I really don't get it. You feel me?
It worked for Trinity though.
What I mean, those are rubber kneecaps, so of course she's gonna bounce right back up. You know, a trampoline has that kind of access here.
Trinity got them reinforced joints.
She continues to go back to the shop and get adjustments. You know what I'm saying? But T is not even wearing new outfits, so I'm praying for the rest of the bulb that is down there by her legs because olive oil can't do that much. Okay. All right, so UK, it's been fun. Basically, RuPaul came in with that wig for Jenny Lemon as a F her. I heard there was a lot more drama that took place. I had some phone calls.
I didn't even notice that. Wow, I didn't even notice that.
So there has been tea that has been floating, and some of the people that have like had conversations with, there was words exchanged. I don't care what was said in that interview. There was definitely a super cut of how that went down. Yeah. And so, yeah, RuPaul was like, no, like, don't like it at all. Yeah. They were very upset. I'm trying to not spill too much here, but let's just say Jenny did say something, and RuPaul was not here for that shit at all. So it was like when Mama left, it was like fuck her, like dead ass, like like when Michelle. What do you do? They didn't even show that real reaction. They just showed Ru do this. No, bitch. No, bitch.
It was a very Pearl moment that they was like snip, 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 bye.
No thanks, like not at all. And so that's why when you see her walk in the workroom with that little lime wig, that was a slight. That's
Are there reunions for UK? Are there reunions for UK?
No, they didn't do one for season 1. They did a tour thing, situationship, where Alyssa Edwards was on tour with them, and it was God Save the Queens, and that was kind of a reunion, but not really, because it was just more of them on tour. So, would we like a reunion? Absolutely. This season, a horror's on this season. We need a reunion. I know girls want to do this. I know they want to do this. So yeah. Seriously, because the whole season that girl been in the confessionals just going in. I'm like Beretta, like not I said the pussycat, because I'm coming with machete, Azealia Banks style, dancing in my kitchen. Okay, I can't. Speaking of boiling cats, let's go ahead and get into Drag Race season 13. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I see 646 people in the Facebook. I see some people watching on on YouTube 646. I see some people on the Facebook. I appreciate y'all for being here. Don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe, and donate if you can. And I see all these donations coming in, and I thank you so much. Not the Wandavision edit. I gotta highlight that.
You will see what I want you to see.
More like, let me spread this a little bit here, because now y'all are pissing me off. Because we'll get there in a second. That shit was crazy.
Called and punched Jenny Lemon through the backstage. She was like, "Go away."
Oh, can you imagine? Like, what did you just say? Oh, poor Monica Rambeau. Okay, so Drag Race season 13, we had a Beat It runway that was interesting. We had another improv challenge. It was Bossy Rossi, the reboot. I hate saying that. They also had a mini reading challenge. Let's start with the mini reading challenge first. Why are they editing the fuck out of it so much?
Right. I was like, why is it so short? And they're like putting in like certain reads for certain people. I'm pretty sure Elliot had one funny one. Just one.
So last night, Candy Muse was the guest star for Keisha Carr's Saturday Instagram show, and of course there were questions about that. And Candy said that that was a more or less an accurate depiction of what happened.
Oh, okay.
What?
So apparently Mick was really, really funny, and they had to kind of supercut it to fit it into the time slot. But apparently Mick was really funny and had clapbacks. Double T really flatlined, and it was just like, sorry, girl, we don't know what to do about that. And we got what we got. So okay.
Didn't they used to do the reading challenge with fewer girls?
Yes, they did.
6 people.
Yeah, it's a lot of that.
So Lala Ree only had one joke,
I guess.
basically.
And Simone only had one joke.
No, two. There were two. There were two. She read Denali. She was like, "Your ass is fat. That's what you're going to be."
That's right.
And then she Tinta Banter. Yeah.
Just
funny.
I want us to get back to where the reading challenge, where we're living. This one was comparatively, I would say this one was okay, especially since season 11 was terrible. 12 was okay. This one was okay too. But I miss back season 3, season 4, where we were just like, oh my God, did she say that?
Jujubee came through at Tyra and was like, yo, grill.
The 1-digit season.
Is the barbecue canceled tonight? Wait, because the grill is fucked. It was like, bitch, I couldn't handle it. I do miss.
She used to stop wearing the yard sandals in the workroom.
That was Dita. Oh, bitch.
You to Latrice.
She said, girl, you must be brave wearing them yards. Oh, no, Tracy, we're not in jail anymore. You don't have to wear them yards handles. There it was. Okay, bitch, that was out of control. Out of control. I do miss that, and I hope we get it soon, maybe again sometime. I think they should have less girls do it, and I think they should get 2 to 3 reads a pop. Because that one and done shit, I'm like, okay, so there was nothing else funny. Then poor Utica. I'm like, girl, Denali clapped at you? Really? Oh, right. Like Candy already read her for being meh. Like you can't just do the name thing now. I don't know. What is it? What is it? A cattle? What's a Denali? Is that what kind of car is that?
It's a car. Isn't it a GMC? It's a GMC.
No, that's what I would have.
It's not a big body, but it's an SUV.
Yeah, I would use that as a joke.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I would have said 4-wheel drive, something something else. Yeah, I don't know. It'd have been something stupid, but I just felt like Elliot with the Build-A-Bear cape. I didn't understand it. I didn't. Girl, I said, what? Because you're super mad. I said, you in this, I can't move forehead. Come on back, sister. Come on back. You can be funny. I promise you. Maybe. But this wasn't it. And then why did she forgot Mick's face too? I was like, now wait a minute.
That's the face you don't talk about.
I was like,
there's just something about her that's not likable. Like just looking at Ellie, I want to punch him in the face.
Oh no.
I don't want to punch them in the face. Part of me feels kind of bad.
I do too. Like I kind
of feel bad. Like I do feel like they're actually like trying and making an effort. It's just not hitting when you have such a like big personality full like cast. Also, like I don't know that like her television moments are like helping her any. So like for example, like we got that moment where they're talking about depression. Like depression is something that like thousands of people all over the world, you know, experience. But the way that they did it kind of felt like it was an afterthought. Like, oh, we need to give her some story. This is what we're going to talk about. And they should have gave that to us like 3 weeks ago, because then it would have been like, oh, okay, we get it. Like this makes sense within the context of like what's happening.
Especially with her coming back into the competition after being eliminated by the people in the pork chop load. That would have been a perfect time to get into that, because that would have explained a lot of the entrance coming in with the clinical depression, which I am happy when we get those moments, but then I'm also like, did you really fit this into 30 seconds? You know, and then, Tina Burner, my mother's on pills. Whoa, like, you know what I mean? Like, we need to take a whoa.
Yeah,
I didn't know. I want to sit down and like touch and be like, are you like, let's talk about this, because that's a serious moment. And yeah, I did feel a little cheated with that. I mean, Simone, my brother was incarcerated. That's why I always need to be perfect. 45 seconds, boom. Like
that was such a big thing. Like, especially like in 2020, like 2020, 2021, we just saw all of the stuff that we just saw in 2020. Like, that would have been such a moment to talk about like mass incarceration or like the like the incarceral like complex, but it was just like bah, 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 boof, and it was like, wait, hold on and come back.
It's like, we're gonna cover this, and this is gonna be the perfect cover for it, so they can never say that we didn't talk about it, because on this episode at this marker for these seconds, not minutes, seconds, we had this conversation. And then right after all that serious shit, we had Lala Ree actually doing what she should have done in the improv challenge all over the back of the room here. You know what I'm saying? I
did not get that. Like, how did you flip the script on when you needed, like when you what?
And where did the shenanigans come from? She said she's going to channel that.
You know what, y'all? I'm gonna call shenanigans because I don't think Lala Ree, I don't think she did as bad as what they tried to frame us. What I think they were trying to avoid is an Elliot Utica bottom two, because clearly Elliot would have sent Utica packing. We haven't gotten a Snatch Game yet, so I kind of feel like they're picking and choosing who they want to see on Snatch Game. And so had they put Utica in the bottom, I think that Double T would have just kind of swept her along, and we would have missed out on the moment.
That's kind of true. I do feel like we've had some placements for lip syncs kind of set up just a tad, sit a little bit. No, but Lala wasn't good. let's be clear. She had this hi, my name's Pam wig, and then she came out there with a stuffed pillow and was, also pregnant with this imaginary boyfriend that Rose and Denali were barely making him funny. Well, Rose more than Denali. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought Rose did good. Denali was doing good, but I was in the top bit.
I think Denali thought her runway look was going to elevate her to the top. And her runway look was really stunning. But in comparison to the challenge, it was like you were kind of just middle of the pack in the challenge. And
really, I think she should have been in the top. Like Rose, I think her runway look. But Denali, I think she should have been in the top.
Okay.
Denali, okay. I have liked what Denali has given thus far. So I'm not hating on the queen by any means.
Mm-hmm.
But like in comparison to the other girls and what they're giving on the runway, I think Denali has to give us something extra to elevate her looks a little bit more to compete with the caliber that the other girls are giving. Like, so for like Simone was fucking stunning. Like she took the air up in the room. We all gasped and was like, oh my God. So then like at that point, it's like it's skews, right? So it's like, yeah, your chandelier was beautiful, it was cute, but like when you skew in that direction, it's like, well, girl, you didn't went from like top 3 maybe down to the middle just because of how everything kind of fell.
So what you're saying is that it's not necessarily that she doesn't have the package. No, excuse me, a package. It's just there's certain things in that package that need to be tweaked. Just a tad bit, a different wig or a different color,
styling, or like a maybe more embellishment or something that's going to take it over the top. It's like the girls are coming in with the iPhone 4S and she just came in with the 4, and and so it's like it's not bad. Like there's not that big of a gap between an iPhone 4 and a 4S, but like
Rose and Denali, they're both missing that like exclamation point. You know, like one thing that just like puts them over the top, and they just can't get it. I mean, at least they're safe, but it's not becoming a good look.
I think Elliot does the challenge. I think Elliot does what she's told to do, whereas the other girls are given the challenge, and it's like, how do I really make this something really, really special? And I think Denali is trying to make it really special, but I think to Dooley's point, Simone really shifts the air in the room.
So let's talk about this. Okay, now I'm going to add on to that. Now bring it to the runway. This baby was a chandelier, which is already like, bitch, you should be gagging on this because I'm giving you that one store down the way that has all them chandeliers in the windows, and you drive by like, lovely, but you never go in. But some people shop there, right? There you go. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But this bitch had hair beads for a fucking outfit, and it was molded. This part here was gagging me. I was like, did you have it built that way? And then, mind you, the hair was also, which was, again, for the culture, as Simone always does, did her fucking name in it, and it did not look messy. It looked clean, and mama knows how to walk, and she wasn't even padded, sister. If RuPaul's not asking you to put on a hip, you have done something.
Wow.
And so,
yeah.
that's the whole argument here. It's that Denali looks beautiful, but Simone looks fucking amazing because of how creative and the reference points that are made with what she does. Let's bring another example into here. Utica, this runway this evening or whatever that just happened, or better yet, we can even go into the ball challenge where mama was feeling like, why wasn't I chosen here? And it's like, girl, you were missing a couple flowers while this bitch was a goddamn sleeping bag. you were missing a couple of floral arrangements, some wreaths from someone's funeral on your Day of the Dead. Look, honestly, I'd have done a whole funeral wreath, bitch, right around me, and then, bitch, I'd have walked out just like that.
It would have been stunning.
You so right, and it would have been Day of the Dead for me, and I would have had that sucker out of control with flowers. But this bitch over here did a little ... a sleeping bag, a zip, a lay, and doom, and bow, and you're out. And that's what the problem is that it's just one thing that you could have done differently to then put you right there with them. You're not below average. You're just there, and they're like right here. So that's all I'm saying. That's my point to that.
She's giving you a solid B in school when everyone else is giving you 87% and above.
But she does good work, and that's what people would say about her. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we're not going to drag you like that. Like, there's no hate here, y'all. For anybody that feels there's no hate. But Denali just needs a little Just a little ja.
I noticed Utica actually like was selling the outfit on this runway. Like she didn't do anything kooky or anything like that.
Why was that not addressed? Why was that not addressed?
She sold it.
She said, I'm going to give you a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but it was very fashion. So very good point, Chris. And you are right, because that makes me feel like people picking and choosing. Patty, thank you for your donate, baby. Aaliyah. Denali is a mountain in Alaska where she's from.
Yes.
Oh, and a GMC. See, we could have had jokes. From the mountains of Alaska to the GMC at the used car lot. Denali. Bam! That's a raid, and we would have moved on. We probably would have laughed and probably like dropped some poop, and it'd have been something. Somebody I want to talk about is Miss Candy Muse. Okay, I'm actually very proud of her this episode in reference for what she brought on the runway in particular, because there have been moments where I know I'm critical, and it's my opinion. I mean, we'll get to Tina Burner in a second, but that was pussy to me. It was
polished.
Yeah, it looked really good. The hat I thought was such a nice touch to go with that. I wish she did remove the fur, but I know she probably wanted to keep this little essence of herself. But I was very here for. I was like, bitch, she looks good. The makeup looked good. I couldn't do nothing but do. I was very happy.
I'll give Candy her 9s.
I was gonna say this, friend, get out of my head, friend. So I was gonna be like, I can't give it 10s across the board. I will give it like, 4 9s and an 8. And this is why.
Who's the 8 on the panel? I must see them after the ball.
I think Candy looked the best that she has to date on the runway.
Yeah, I agree.
So I want to acknowledge that.
Give her 10s.
I feel like this look was very well put together comparatively. For me, her face is always really good. For me, what's lacking is like where her fashion point of view is coming from. So yet again, we've gotten a look that is referential. It looks like Miss Cracker's Hat's Incredible look. And that's the 3rd or 4th time she's walked the runway where she's given us something, where she's referencing something else that has happened on RuPaul's Drag Race. So I want to know where Candy's fashion is. I want to know like who she is when it comes to fashion. Because I feel like she's pulling out little pieces of things that we thought were cool from past seasons.
I think Candy just needs to edit. And I think when Matty talked about that like little fur piece, like I actually could have done without that. And maybe I would have really responded to it better, particularly with the narrative she's giving around like her body and all of this other stuff.
Meaning it needed to be separated for a moment for you to get a disconnection. So it was storytelling of what this outfit is versus a fur, the hat, the walk. It's like, no, remove. So now we can see the full whatever's underneath this. Because your titties was pooch. So I wanted to see the pooch. I was like, where is the body? You know what I'm saying? where is it? You know, where is your scooter? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But oh, hold on. But I was proud of Candy. I did think that some people didn't really care for her performance, but to me, I was happy she played low, because then it made Simone, even when she stepped in, that much more to go off of, just like with Got Mick and Olivia, where it was Got Mick. Oh my God, bitch, let me tell you something. Got Mick sat there and didn't really have to do nothing and was doing everything with how she was narrating Olivia. That's what I had to give Got Mick credit for, because Olivia is goofy as fuck, but then Got Mick, oh yeah, there she goes running again. Oh, but no, she stopped for ice cream. Well, she was running, girl, so she needs a break. What? That was I was like, as an improv person, I was like, ooh, bitch, yes, you better be able to do this. And Utica comes in there looking the best. She like not the best, excuse me, like very not what I would have expected, and it was like very sexy and puss. Like she's about to go get her money. She's gonna go get her money. What's the room number again, Daddy? Like that was the tease, but it didn't make no goddamn sense with this mime person and these long Cardi B nails.
She should have came out as like a librarian or something like that. Like
somebody served wool clothes, woolen.
It didn't make sense. I will say, even the way God Mick was like touching the book when she was explaining it, I was like, this. I mean, I believe you as a psychiatrist.
Read my book. Like that's some shit that an actual psychiatrist do.
She did a good job. I think that had Got Mixed Runway been different, she probably would have maybe been a top contender for this, because I didn't really care for that runway at all.
I hated it.
We've also seen that hairpiece on Latrice Royale.
Right.
Someone then posted this picture. They said, well, she actually wore that piece in 2007. It was online, not on the runway. Doesn't count. Did it do? Like, let's cut that right now. We are referring to the show, not what happened outside the show, okay?
Bang bang bong next.
UK hunt. Puns. Tina Burner. I had some people disagree with me because I thought Tina Burner did a good job.
Hold on.
Hold on, wait. 800.
I'm from New Orleans, and this purple, gold, and green. She's like a fucking jester. She looks ridiculous.
Like one of those clowns you would see in the store, Chris, or like in the random decorations before Mardi Gras, just out of nowhere, like an ornament piece, like very that. And it was just tacky, ugly, and gross. And I hated the fuck out of it. I did think, hold on, 800 people are in this fucking live on YouTube.
Ooh, hey, y'all.
How you doing? Make sure you hit that thumbs up here. I'm sorry, y'all. We going in right now. You see we're in our element. Back to Tina burns the runway with her taste level. She'd remove the pants and it was like, put them back.
Stop removing stuff.
She takes off the coat and it's like, where did Boa's fucking titties come from Drag Race Canada? Like, are you for real? Where did the potatoes come from? I was so mad. I really just
every time she took something off, I was just like, put it back. Just
put it back.
Another bad wig, another bad moment. I was like, they're keeping her for something. I don't know what it's for, but they're keeping her for good commentary. Yeah, I got to say that I am entertained with her commentary.
There was 3 queens that had like Mardi Gras influences. I just want to know what y'all thought about Lala Reeves, because it was trying to give like Deja Vu Beyonce, but with purple, gold, and green. But I wasn't feeling it because it wasn't polished enough.
It was a show out.
Was good. Everything above the neck was great.
Mm-hmm. So we're talking about Elliot Taylor and
right. And Elliot looked great. Can't believe I said that, but she looked great.
I think the reason issue was like the fact that she had those rips on the side of her garment, which leads me. And she said somewhere like she had gained a bunch of weight, so a lot of her stuff didn't fit anymore. So I imagine that if she had worn it at whatever size she thought she was going to be when she started the show, it would have looked it would have looked really great. I think Lala Reed actually for me looked amazing.
The bodysuit was the right color. That's what I was very impressed with, because you had to stare just to be like, it's a bodysuit. Yeah, that's what I was impressed with the most. I just didn't like the placement of the beads. I always love that hair, but I think that hair kind of did her in this time. I was impressed with Elliot. I was like, I can't be mad at this. This is it's a decent look. It's a decent good look. And you did a different wig. We didn't see that same strawberry fucking pink and that other blonde wig that you like to use so goddamn much. So I was pleasantly surprised. But Tina burn everything.
I really don't know like what happened. Her perspective has gone left, and I'm like, Tina, what are you giving us, honey? Because you're right, C Diggy. Like she looks like a Mardi Gras jester, and like reveals are supposed to like reveal something better. It's supposed to give you some accent, some extra something, and it was like Blake said, as she kept taking things off, I was like, baby, no. Baby, no.
If she was in New Orleans, she would have got bees thrown at her for the wrong reason.
Right.
So I actually edited out my whole story about Mardi Gras, because I was like, I hope people don't think that Mardi Gras in New Orleans is like the most amazing time ever, because let me tell you something. That motherfucker is packed. It is grossly packed. You are going to be just staring on people in Bourbon Street. No, ma'am, Chris. I have literally been like 5 feet from somebody being shot in front of that crystal on Bourbon.
Right.
Bitch. Yes, girl. I'm sitting there. We're about to try to get something to eat. Pow, pow. This man go down. I'm like, what?
I always warn my friends, like, make sure you go to the right areas too. And y'all can go on Bourbon Street during Mardi Gras. I will not be anywhere.
No, ma'am. I won't be nowhere near it.
Risk.
I'll go for Essence Festival, but even then, I don't like Bourbon Street because there's so many other good bars that are around that area in the French Quarters, and Bourbon's just nasty. And during Mardi Gras, you gonna see everything on the ground, and it's gonna be gross. Please be prepared.
Don't wear no white shoes or anything like that. Any shoes you care about.
Don't wear sandals. Oh God, don't wear sandals. Bitch, wear shoes.
That's some.
Like, you think New York's nasty on the street, girl? Bourbon Street during Mardi Gras, girl, will wear out New York streets any day, bitch. Oh, I've seen somebody throw up and then literally like land on it, but it was right next to like some horse poo. So it was like
horse shit everywhere.
It's awful. But when I tell you can get drunk for everything, you're gonna be okay. Oh, the lip sync, Jesus Christ. Kelly Clarkson and some song I don't ever want to hear again.
Whole Lot of Woman.
Okay, Whole Lot of Woman. I said what I said about the whole performance. I know people like, Matt, you are not giving Elliot because you don't like, that's not true. I'm fair. You just don't believe it. You don't believe me.
She did a thing. She did it, girl.
Elliot was good, but I still don't say she murdered Lala. I just don't see the murdering capabilities.
Just how I said with Estina versus Tia Coffee, like if Tia Coffee is about to beat you, then you kind of deserve to go home. Because like when it first started, I was like, ooh, Lala about to eat her up. And she's like ready with this like Beyonce inspired deja vu. And I was like, oh no, what's happening? Elliot is really killing it. And then when she started getting down low, I was like, oh man. Elliot's keeping up. I'm just like, oh fuck.
Elliot took that for me, like hands down. And I think part of this was in the Untucked. Lala looked like she had checked out.
Yeah, she was over it. And when Candy's giving you a speech, yeah. I mean, Mama 2 days ago was raw, and now it's girl. You're gonna be just fine. I said, now you don't get your old this dusty stuff back here. If you don't go sit somewhere else, bitch, you were in the bottom just 2 days ago, and now you're in the top 3. So now you mother to what? We're not doing this.
Candy is like y'all remember Microsoft Word and Clippy? Like you'll be doing something, and Clippy pop up. That's Candy. Candy see you doing something. She gonna walk over. Hey, girl, you need some help?
Not so far. Do you need to save this document?
Are you writing a resume?
That's not. Wait, this word is incorrect. Would you like to change it? We can do it automatically.
You Flippy.
Come on, Windows 96.
Right. That is a throwback.
Not tell our age. When everybody had a PC, you feel what I'm saying? Like there was no.
The comments are like, "What's a PC?"
No tablets, none of that mess. Nah, honey, it was big old this, a big old screen. It was always heavy to carry. Girls used to work out with it sometimes. Lift that screen up. Whew, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. The lip sync. Okay, I hear your cases. I just don't say kill. I just don't say kill, though. I'm so sorry. It was good, though. I do agree. Elliot was better than Lala.
Right. She didn't kill it, but she was good.
I had somebody tweet me, in no shade, baby, but when you tweeted me, Elliot murdered Lala, I giggled so loud in my house. Bitch, I had to turn the TV off to hear my laugh because I didn't know how loud I was, but I was like, oh, girl, I'm echoing because it was so funny. Because I was like, the murder, what murder you watch? Girl, this is you watching Downton Abbey. What you mean? Like,
it was still a Kelly Clarkson song too. It was a poppy song, and when it's, I'm just gonna be real about it. When it's like a pop song, you got a black queen against a white queen. Just sometimes, just like it was a Nicki Minaj song. Like if I would have been different, just saying.
Girl, now remind ourselves that Aja and Ben de la Creme did a Nicki Minaj song here.
Right.
One that's sometimes black, and the other one is.
Well, Ben de la Creme is a genius. That was genius what she did.
She was just funny. She started
her out. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Like I was like Aja was like in the beginning, it was like, oh, here we about to go. But then Ben just said, zoop. Sorry, honey.
I was laughing like RuPaul when I first saw it. I was like, oh my God.
No, that was camp.
Show her ass and walk out.
That was camp. That's camp. Okay, Bing Bang Bong. Like let Ben and Jinx had been in Drag Race UK for that Eurovision contest. That would have been an eat.
Could you imagine?
The lyrics alone. Oh, things we won't get in our lifetime. Okay, so the lip sync was judged. Elliot won by the kitten wig on top of her head. Yeah, Lala went home. We gonna miss you, Lala. Like I said in my review, you are a star. You just need to do two things. There's an edit button and an elevation button that you just need to do. You're on the 7th floor. It's time to get to the 10th, and that's the T. And they were also saying that Tamisha, girl, like the fact that RuPaul came for her makeup, they said, girl, in the world of drag and all the pageantry, you would never have been able to do that. So they said that Tamisha's definitely changed since the cancer had happened. They said back in the day, Tamisha was not me, sis. And they were also saying that had that been back in the day, Tamisha with Candy, Tamisha would have probably popped her. Like, not even walk up, just dude. You know,
I believe it.
I believe that.
Oh my Lord, I love season 13. I know some people are disappointed, but I'm still entertained.
Really?
Yeah, some people are.
I'm pleased with it.
It's a good season, and even in like, I feel like even the like what your packings are good. Everything is really, really good with the season.
It's fun watching specific people too, like Simone. Like, bitch, I literally just want to see what she comes out on the runway in. And then I also low-key want her to be in the bottom soon so I can see her lip sync again. Because she is so nasty when she lip syncs. It's like you're not even like doing like extra hard choreo. You're just giving. And it's lovely to see. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's UK. That's Drag Race season 13. Untucked was kind of whoop. So
I didn't see it.
You didn't miss nothing. It was Candy, was Mother Teresa. She was walking around giving people the good advice. She even went to Elliot and was
Next.
"Oh, sis, you don't worry. Like, people like it. It's just you got to do." And I was like, "Now I know a conversation." I didn't believe it. I said, "I know a conversation later that was had."
all the girls was mad that they were safe and they wasn't in the top, and then all the top girls was like, "Why you mad though?" Like that was
Man, when Denali had it, girl, I said that chandelier cracked, Miss Thing. I was, I've never seen.
Lumiere had a problem. Lumiere said, "Excuse me."
But it's interesting. She can't break through amongst her own girls and is expecting to break through in the competition. It's like you can't get a word in edgewise with these girls. How are you supposed to get a word in on stage?
Right.
Well, I was about to say, where's y'all drinks? Because I feel like I'm the only one drinking right now.
I was here. I
think I need to stop because I'm starting to feel it.
I just refilled.
We got an hour left. I don't want to say anything crazy.
I just refilled.
Blake, that blue wall turned a little red, honey. My goodness.
I got 36 ounces of some H2O, and she is refreshing. Thank you.
Yes. I have libations in my cup, and I am sipping. How you doing? What's up? Not sponsored.
What's can I play it?
Hold on. That was the song that you would hear in the club.
The chair. It's a squeaky chair.
Take me back to the post, Dooley.
I miss the club. I really do miss the club.
You and me both. I miss just dropping it, just with my drink in my hand too, and take a sip.
I miss the club because we didn't get what we needed to get in the club when Beyonce dropped her last album.
We missed that.
We missed Gaga. Are you kidding me? I'm evil. I have not been in any establishment and actually been able to like wear it out to replay. I'm still upset.
Mm-hmm. We miss Chloe and Halle. We miss Dua Lipa.
City Girls, Meg Thee Stallion.
We missed all of that.
Oh, and now this Cardi B song came out, and I'm like, damn it! And it's a bop. I'm so upset. It's a bop.
Put your hands on your knees sideways and arch the back.
Well, for New York, inside dining is like available now. So.
Are you inside dining?
What happened?
Are you doing inside dining?
Yeah, I don't mind.
As long as it's under capacity by the ordinance of the state or the city that you are living in, and all guidelines are followed, please wash your hands, hand sanitizer.
Indeed.
Okay. All right, we have to get into drama because it's time to get. It's time to talk about it. I want, before we start this up, I'm going to do a precursor because I know a lot of people like to jump before they like to walk or crawl. Yeah. And I am not that bitch. So we're gonna really address this first before we continue. And you can call me mad, but bitch, you more hurt than me. Okay. So when we talk about this situation here, this is not out of any disrespect to any individuals, to all parties that are involved. This also is going to be a touchy subject. So I understand that while you do see 4 cis men up here, understand that we all have trans loved ones in our lives. And we're also very respectful and also acknowledge the full LGBTQI+A community. So I need that to be stressed and heard first before we start here, because what I talk about is some real shit. And whether you agree with it or like it or not, I'm telling you my opinion and everything else on that. So if you got a problem with it, skip. That's all I'm going to be, okay? And these are my friends, so I respect their opinions, but also we understand where we're coming from because we're grown adults. And I'm not here for that kids bop shit. So I'm just saying it now so we don't have any confusion later when I ignore you. All right? So with that being said, with that being said, Nina Benina Brown has found her Azalea Banks way into some more shit. Okay? This is basically this is basically come over a bunch of review videos that have come out, and of course Nina Benina does her own reviews, and unfortunately she's had some comments that have been really on some fuck shit in reference to Got Mixed specifically, and also when addressed with these issues and asked to take accountability, the response was not one to be desired and one that it could be given any respect. The drag race community has also come out and stated that they find what she did disgusting, this, that, and the other. There's even now a response to some of these queens. I don't know if you saw what was tagged on Twitter earlier or whatever, but she called Bob and Monet jigaboos.
I was like, of all the people you could have called a jigaboo girl, you didn't pick Monet and Bob. Lord
Wait,
Jesus.
why did she call them that?
Because they had made statements about what Nina had said that was inappropriate towards Got Mick, or in reference to the genitalia that was discussed in a video and made sort of fun of or laughed at about said individual, Mr. Got Mick, basically. Okay. The jokes came from, one example was somebody wrote something in about Trinity the Tuck, and like got mixed now there. Trinity should be scared or whatever. Whoop to whoop whoop. About Got Mick tucking because they're a trans man, right? So Nina said, "Now, come on, Got Mick's a man, so she's gonna be tucking. He's gonna be tucking a lot of stuff up in there, doing that little dry laugh or whatever." And so it's like, why are you even talking about? Why are you even talking about the genitalia in the first place? That kind of bit. And then we get to this other situation that happened. I'm trying to remember what she said. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, and also, yeah. That was the Wait, go ahead.
She was saying that of course Mick is gonna look, slender and have curves because and it was like, girl, why are you doing this?
If Inner Saboteur had like a real personification, it would be Nina Bonita.
It's unfortunate because I like Nina Benina Brown, and I do think the word transphobic is really I think that's a serious word. Yeah. So to throw that and label somebody, I would just be really careful with that. And humor is a fine line. Like, not everybody can do that fine line humor when it can be borderline offensive or, people can laugh at it. Like, I think Bianca does a good job with that because Bianca be saying some crazy shit too. Bianca be making black jokes, but they're funny. I laugh, so it's just a fine line, But I think it was in poor taste, and but I just think calling her transphobic, I just think personally, to me, I just think it's a lot. That's all.
Here's my thing. Say she's not transphobic. There were statements that were made that were considered transphobic. And instead of taking some accountability for the things that were said, they said, I'm not gonna do anything about it. That's my issue. So
What about RuPaul at first? Like, you know, like
okay, but we know that
throw that on him,
right? But that's the thing. The thing is that RuPaul still has to atone for that shit. We haven't forgotten that. The show still goes on because they're still being funded. That hasn't been taken away from that situation because of transphobia. But at the same time, guess what? We still need to hear something about that. But no, is Nina transphobic? I don't think so. But I think she says some transphobic shit and it should be fucking addressed.
Yeah.
And at the same time, let's say this happens again. Then what are we going to do? Are we going to say she's not and then we could go forward with this? That's the other thing that happens. Because there's been other countless things that have happened with this individual and other queens where we go, oh, okay, they did it. We got an apology. They finally said something cool. They do something again. And then it's like, where is the point of all this? If we're going to do that, for example, Trisha Paytas, I don't even think y'all know who that is, but like, she is clearly toxic and still makes money off the internet and is still making a life out of herself because of the things that she's done. She even played a trans person for a moment and was like, I'm trans. And she was doing this whole thing. Like, I feel like a man. It was the weirdest thing ever. And it was so disrespectful. And she's still up there. People still paying attention to her. So regardless of whatever was done, I had somebody in here who's been a critic that was in my comment section. I had to let them go because they were harassing on Instagram about this and basically saying that they just made a comment about let's have some white people talk about racism next time because they think we're being disrespectful by having this conversation. Well, the thing is, as cis men, I guess we're not allowed to talk about this moment, but Nina's cis. So it's not even just that. It's also, we're trying to have this conversation because everybody's talking about this. And it's just a different perspective. So no disrespect to the trans community. I apologize if y'all feel that way in any place, but that's never my intention. But I'm not gonna have nobody coming up in here and being fucking rude. Okay. So continuing with this, what do you think here, Jamel? Go on. I feel your underscore.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I think what she did was in poor taste. I think this is one of those situations to where you really have to weigh out your impact versus your intent. Like, her intent may not have been to be offensive or to, be misgendering or transphobic, but that was the impact that it had on the thousands or tens of thousands or however, large her platform. Like, those people received that message in that way. And so I think a responsible, adult would have been like, oh shit, I fucked up. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, educate me or I'll do learning or whatever. But it just kind of felt like she fucked up. Everybody's like, ooh, girl, you fucked up. And instead of being like, ooh, girl, I fucked up, I'm sorry, she got defensive as she does and then tried to use humor to kind of squelch the situation, which only inflamed it because you're not taking responsibility or accountability or ownership of what you did or what you said. So then it came off as dismissive, which continued to inflame the situation. Like, I don't know what she's doing.
I think in her mind, she just thought that she was just trying to be funny, trying to be provocative.
Yeah.
I mean, they just made a joke and people call him transphobic.
I mean, that's normally what Nina does, though. It's always about that shock value. You know what I mean?
Right. And because you say that, I don't give her the benefit of the doubt that she doesn't know what she's doing and that she's unaware, particularly with all that has happened in the past, 5-6 years around trans bodies, or the conversation we've been having around the trans experience in general and how we talk about these people. Like, I just don't give her the benefit of the doubt that she wasn't aware that there was going to be some sort of backlash for what she had said and that she didn't know she was in the wrong.
But and here's the thing. I don't think she's transphobic. I think she said some transphobic shit. I think there should be accountability taken for it. But I also want to address the quick dog pile that is normally happening, especially with Black queens that do some things that are problematic versus other queens that do certain things to where you're swept under the rug. This one's put on full display. Again, this person has been doing this kind of stuff or whatever, right? I don't appreciate them for attacking Bob and Monet too with this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, people are talking about this, but I just find it interesting. I mean, Tiffany Pollard has been canceled recently because she said some fucked up stuff. And we worship New York. I haven't been able to look at nothing she's done recently because I'm like, girl, you really said some dumb shit, and I can't have that. So It is tough. This is a situation where it's like, is this being perpetuated more because Nina's Black?
Mhm.
Yes, I do agree in a certain sense that is true. But also there is accountability that needs to happen for what was said. And that's just where I leave my stance on that. I don't know about y'all, but that's
I mean, when you get to like a certain platform, a certain status, you really just have to watch what you say. Like, regardless, you know, like, so you just gotta watch what you say. Like, the more famous you get, or like people are gonna be offended by something, and it's warranted. You know, like trans people have a right to be offended by. You know, I can't tell somebody what not to be offended by. You know,
absolutely. And that's why, and I'm seeing a bunch of y'all down here. I appreciate the support you're giving us in this conversation. This isn't about us going rawr on these people. It's like, let's have a discussion about this as fucking adults, because that's where we always get mixed up on social media. Girls like to just dig in. I'm gonna make a joke and I'm gonna drag her and this thing like that and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And I don't have time for that. Like, Nina and me had our own issues when she decided to make fun of me and Jamar in a video, and everybody got me to come to that video to see her talking about me. And it really fucked me up, because we supported her all through the season when everyone was calling her the N-word this and N-word that, because you remember the Valentina drama that took place. She got a lot of hate for that, and I'm sitting over here rah-ing this bitch. We've been on FaceTime. Jamar's going to DragCon and helping her with her booth and shit, and then you making fun of us. So we had to fall out on that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm going to be able to look at this situation and not go, what we had is going to place itself into this. I'm looking at what the people around you are feeling and are not having right now. There's a problem. Address it. Move on from there. You want to just move on. No, address it. Take accountability for that. I made you feel bad. I am sorry.
Yeah. I see a lot of folks in the comments talking about mental health. And I do think that is another like important conversation to be had. Girl, I had therapy today. Like we're all on our own mental health journey, and I think like at the base level, like especially like as an adult, like you are responsible for your own mental health.
Yeah,
like, there are 101 different resources out here. So like if you are having, you know, suicidal ideation or anxiety or depression or whatever it is, like, and you're having those feelings, like go out and get that help. But like as an adult, it's your responsibility to at least start that conversation. But like to just be spewing things out and triggering people as a result of, you know, mental health, it's not an excuse.
No.
Yeah.
It's not an excuse. So what we're saying is that like is mental, like, I mean, we're in a panorama and like we're all going through like extreme right now, but like it's not an excuse. You know, if you need to call your person and take your meds. Like you have to do your own due diligence is all I'm saying.
That's just like that story of the nurse that was working with that elderly white woman, and they showed a video of them dancing at one point in time. Then the next video, she spit on her and, you know, used, you know, what words we're not going to repeat here, but there was mental health that played into that. But also there's accountability in a certain sense of this lady off of that. Is that so? It's like, do you say, oh, okay, like, you know, we're gonna let that go because she's just feeling a little kooky like right now, or are we gonna actually like address that problem and figure out what the issue is? So it's a lot. And again, I don't want to come off like this is a bashing segment here, but I again feel like accountability needs to take place. I feel like that something needs to be addressed in this situation. I feel like the right people need to be involved here, and I appreciate everybody that listens to this conversation and didn't take this to a level of over what we're trying to do here. Okay. Yeah. So I'm looking at some of these comments here. I have no idea what happened to Kennedy. One person told me some things. I never saw anything else when I was looking it up online. So I didn't go any further with that. If I find any more information, we'll bring it up in the next panel. Let me look at China Deer. Happy Valentine's Day to you and all the gentlemen. I'm watching you while at dinner by myself. Single day awareness, China.
Happy Valentine's Day, girl.
I refuse for someone to take me out. I'm treating myself. Girl, go do.
This is my Valentine right here.
I mean,
my hand's pretty big. Why it looks so big? Oh my god!
And that's not a bad thing, Chris. It's not a bad thing.
I bought myself dinner. I bought myself a little drink. man's wear, girl? Like,
I can't relate.
Liz, I know you did it. You cannot. Who's
Blake got a whole squad, don't you? With a dog and a man and a
girl? I just want to know what that little black book looked like before you even ever. I need to know what that leather strap magnet that goes over that little top. I need to know what that motherfucker's looking like because I know there's more than one page filled, sister, but that's okay.
I love one book.
But what you won't do is when someone's talking about this, I will. Girl, you've had somebody come on the same Facebook. Well, I mean, we're on Facebook. This ain't the group, so I gotta catch myself. I was about to Zoom call you. Oh, it was. Y'all was about to hear some tea. I had to catch myself. Okay, my God.
This week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All 900 of y'all heard that. I'm gonna let y'all know if Blake Keisha next Sunday.
Well, can we talk about framing Britney Spears?
Oh my God!
We're not gonna get the Wandavision, or we're gonna get the right.
That's later, girl. That's later. We ain't there yet.
Yeah, we're gonna get to Wandavision in a second.
Because I got a lot to say about that.
We're on
It's
TV.
a little controversial, but I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say.
Framing Britney.
Is this about Wanda or Britney?
On Britney in a situation, on Justin, on Janet. I just have a lot of thoughts on that.
Okay.
It might not be in line with everybody,
We're on the same page here, Chris. Go ahead and start.
Wait. You let me. I run this shit.
I
Okay.
need 30 seconds right quick.
Okay, I'm gonna let you get them 30 seconds. I'm gonna RuPaul.
No. I mean, the alcohol is running through me.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let you
Back
go.
in 15 seconds.
Okay. Chris done stepped out the room.
What's this picture? Okay.
I'm muting that your thing, Chris, because I don't know how close your bathroom is to the mic. So we're gonna do that favor. No, you gotta let me set this up, Jamel. That's what I was saying, girl.
I got excited.
I know, because it's free Britney, and
I love Britney Spears.
Okay, Matt, be quiet. Wait till Chris comes back, because child, I watched that shit last night and was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I never hated being a man more than after watching that motherfucking video. I'll tell you that right now. I think we're trash. I was like, wow. But we'll get there in a second.
And community is trash.
I was watching with my friend, and he just kept Jeff with a G, and he just kept saying, gross, just gross. Really? And it's like, think of the years ago with how things were just normal. No, baby.
I just watched in the spirit of Free Britney, which we will get to. Someone posted a thread about all of the starlets and princesses, Lord Jesus, princesses from the early 2000s through the 2010s.
Mm-hmm.
And it was some cringy interviews. Like, they was really out here dragging the girls in the most
David Letterman is a disgusting asshole.
Yes. I watched him.
Jalen too.
I sat there and watched David Letterman attack Lindsay Lohan repeatedly.
The drug thing.
I was like, lay off. She's clearly not comfortable. She's trying to be patient with you. Can you back up? Give me 15.
He had pages of jokes about her sobriety and her drug addiction at the time.
But the thing is, we laughed about that 15 years ago.
It's the culture at the time.
Oh, true team. Okay, let's go ahead and start this up. New York Times. Well, the New York Times said, Britney Spears, we see what you're saying through your cryptic messages online, and we're trying to help you out, sister. So the New York Times decided, even without Britney's permission, but low-key, I feel like she posted something that was giving permission for what had happened, to kind of give a glimpse of what we, the public, are seeing about Britney's life. Because Britney's been under conservatorship for quite some time now. And I think a lot of us did not realize how long it's been going and what exactly was at stake for Britney, with how much money she was making, this, that, and the other. So it basically chronicles a little bit of Britney's journey into stardom, but sort of like a quick skip, right? Then we start to get into the I don't want to say crazy part, but Britney had a mental break because of how the paparazzi was treating her. Honestly, I never thought anything about it when I first watched it, ever. But then I'm looking like, Whoa!
Maybe.
She tried to go to the bathroom, and they were waiting for her outside the bathroom.
They missed a lot.
It was like the amount of cameras and people who were there was like, that is overwhelming for anybody.
But that was like the beginning, like at that time, it was the beginning of this whole phenomenon, like of like celebrity culture, and like paparazzi's getting paid like thousands and thousands of dollars just to like film people.
That man said 8.7 million in 1 year.
Yep.
Crazy. And look at that dirty ass paparazzi, because I remember him when she like with the umbrella.
Yeah.
Oh my God. For them to talk to him, I was so angry.
And
I never
ever tell you to stop, and she was like, well, she would say, well, leave me alone for today. Like, she didn't say stop it. Like, what do you mean? She tried to
explain around. He tried to explain around what the fuck he did. I have never been so mad at an individual in my life. I said, sir, I wouldn't be outside if I were you after this. Yeah, I'm like, you literally just gave yourself up to saying, I don't think what I did was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more angry at people like that than Justin Timberlake. So I'm gonna just get into it right now. So with Justin Timberlake, I heard all this like promotion about it. I'll get to the apology later, but on the documentary, honestly, to me, the Justin thing was a blip. And back in the day, because pop culture and music is my thing. I got into Britney in 2003. That's when I discovered her. And then I went back to like Oops, I Did It Again, and then her debut. But I got on Britney on self-titled. But anyway, I remember that time because that's when Justin came out with his stuff, Justified. So when Justified happened, I mean, everybody knew that Britney cheated on him, and we were all for Cry Me a River. We were all for it. So I don't want to hear this retroactive bullshit about being mad at Justin Timberlake, because we were all here for the messiness. And to be mad at Justin Timberlake, you better be mad at Usher too, because he exploited his relationship with Chili as well. So if we're going to talk about selling records and stuff. Now, I'm not caping for Justin, but I'm just saying, like, that was just a blip. Like,
it sounds like it.
Like, Justin wasn't the reason that Britney is where she is today. Like, Britney is where she is today because of, like, celebrity culture, the media first and foremost, and then paparazzi. So, and the people, like, around her. Culture at the time too. We also got to blame the culture at the time too, because that was just celebrity gossip.
Them protecting this white man.
Is that what you're
talking about?
I'm
they
just
were protected. No, he was protected.
Some of these other people.
They took his word over hers because she wouldn't even try to talk about this mess. This man made a goddamn song about her and made money off of her. Basically,
no, but Justify was a good album.
Then Janet Jackson, how he did her dirty. Like, let's come on now.
Wait, don't forget, Justin went on the radio, and when they asked, "Did you smash?" he laughed about it and said yes. Why
they smashed, and she gave him some sloppy toppy, and then they were trying to get details. And remember, a big part of this
for that. He was trash for that.
Remember, a big part of this.
Are we gonna be mad at Eminem too? Are we gonna be mad at Eminem too?
Yes, I've been mad at him. I do not like that man at all. Boo, boo, Wendy's Sister Burger, boo. I hate that. Yeah, what do you mean? No one liked him forever. What are you talking about?
I'm just thinking, like, I think people are just giving Justin too much because in that documentary, it was just a blip.
No, the S curl on top of his head during that era was too much. That was too much. The cornrows on top of his head was what was too much. The black scent at that time was what was too much. That was what was too much.
A black scent? You think he had a black scent?
Girl.
First of all, I agree with some of what you're saying, Chris, but overall, I feel like you're kind of giving me that not all men kind of speech. Like,
no, I'm not.
You're asking for us to give Justin Timberlake a pass because other men have also fucked up, and we didn't hold them accountable in the same way. In my opinion, Justin Timberlake is just as reprehensible as the other people that we saw in that documentary. Up to the point that, so it's at this point, it's been 20 to 30 years since the incident has happened. And there are multiple times across the last 20 years where he benefited, he made jokes, he released secrets, he was telling all the relationship business up until like most recently when he was on SNL, which would have been within like the last 5 years, right? Like I do think people are too quick to give him a pass.
But they're good now. That's the thing. Like him and
either or.
Britney said she would make a song with him right now. They're good now. So why are we angry? That's the thing.
But see, wait. Britney could also have to make a song with him because the terms of her conservatorship dictate a whole lot of things that we aren't privy to about what to do.
Thank you, lawyer Blake, for reminding us of the stipulations of her contract that she does not have any motherfucking control over. Like, seriously. I want to help you, Chris, but I can't.
And I love Britney. I can love Britney and like Justin. Like, Justin has nothing on Britney discography-wise, career-wise. Like, Britney is like that girl, and she still is. And I love Britney. I saw her in Vegas. I'm a fan, but I could be a Justin Timberlake fan too. You know?
No, that's fine. You can be that, but I will not at all give that Captain Crunch box of fucking cereal my time. I won't. I will. I haven't done it in forever. I was so happy that last album flopped, and when he did the Super Bowl,
and gave him a folk album. America said not today.
Yeah, that Justin. He was like, I'm in the country, in the woods now, and look at my album. I'm like, you're not Taylor Swift. You can't do this, honey.
Not today.
Sorry to tell you, you can't turn that around. I can't do Justin. Okay.
I just think the backlash is like, I don't know. It's just a lot to say, like, compared to just some other things. That's all. Like, to people that actually abuse women. That's all I'm saying. Like,
okay,
you're really angry at Justin, and he was a coward.
There's different types of abuse, though. So I hear you, but we can't just go one abuse is bigger than the other.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna have that energy, keep that same energy and have consistency. Like, I don't hear you listen to Chris Brown. I don't want you listening.
Oh, I have no Chris Brown. Girl, I keep my energy is right now, Christopher. Like
I know that's right, Christopher. Like,
I'm sorry, y'all. I don't mean to be like the Meghan McCain or Elizabeth.
Christopher can take his ass.
That's fine. That's fine. If that's the case, then I what am I? Whoopi, Joy would be Dooley here.
Joy, girl.
Blake has to be you're Anna Navarro, honey. She comes on Fridays.
That's like Ziggy than Meghan McCain.
Oh, girl.
Oh, as long as it's not that one lady that was on there a long time ago with Rosie. I couldn't stand her. Elizabeth Hasselbeck.
Yeah. I didn't like her either.
Jesus Christ. Mm-hmm. Poor View. You know, a lot of these talk shows nowadays, I'm like, I don't know what to tell y'all because it's not interesting. I'm just gonna be real. And it's a lot of screaming half the time, or somebody low-key farting in a chair and we not really knowing about it. But I'm with you. Keeping that energy towards other people too. I've been canceled, Chris. Canceled that little gold yodeling sheep. I've been canceled that little thing.
Yep.
Okay, I canceled Jacquees because he said he was the king of R&B. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Like, excuse me?
I was like, oh, you don't even get a play no more. Like, whoop. I don't even, like, I'll give you an example. Cosby Show, I can't watch. I used to love the Cosby Show, but it's very hard to watch Bill Cosby do anything to do with family and expressing values when you find out over years, even while the show was going on, that man was drugging women. I can't watch the show no more. And I hate that shit, but I'm also like, my mind and the way I want to respect things, I have to be that person. So if we're going to go there, I don't listen to Lil Wayne no more.
Well, he's an idiot. I'll listen to Kanye and that hurts because Kanye is like my male Beyonce.
See, I canceled all of him. I want that baby to go to a doctor, okay, and actually get prescribed the right pills. Mental health is not funny, and that man is really making a joke out of it.
I do have my Janet thoughts, but I'm not sure if I want to choose violence right now.
Oh, go for it. Remember, now, there's some Janet fans.
No, like, well, okay, so I'm going to say my piece right now. So,
oh dear.
I'm going to start with, I feel sorry for anybody who thinks Justin Timberlake can like have any type of like impact on a legend like Janet. Like Janet is a legend. And first and foremost, I just think that people need to be mad at more so Les Moonves, who was the head of CBS, who had control over CBS Viacom, who had like BET, VH1, MTV. That's how she got blackballed. And then now, you know, karma got to him, like, of course. So I'm just saying that that's the person that I will be mad at because he really did try to end Janet. Now, Justin, he did something really cowardly. I agree. But to like retroactively like be mad at him now, I just don't understand that. Because I still bought Demeter Joe. I still bought what is it? 20
I don't even remember the damn album. 20 years later.
Right, like I bought like where were the fans when they bought her music after the incident?
I bought Discipline. I bought
all of that too. Like so
that's a weak sauce to me though. So like basically you just described a whole cohort of privileged white men that use their status and their connection and their privilege to collectively
stop the bag of black women.
They stop the bag, right? So like at that point it's such a shithill that like my little coins for the little album ain't gonna do nothing. Like it's a
I think Justin, what he did was cowardly, and he didn't stick up for her. Like that's all he could do. Like that's all he could do.
Rosie on The View said it. You said nothing, and that was cowardly.
And I agree.
But the silence is important there because like you had an opportunity to say like whether they were in cahoots about the nip slip or not. Like you didn't have to not say nothing.
And Blake, silence is what? Violent. Silence can also be violent. And I felt like his silence was violent. And that's what it is.
But those same people still bought his album. I'm sorry. Like everyone was bopping to 2020. Everyone was bopping to Future Sex. Like, let's not pretend.
Okay. That's true. Now, Future Sex. Now that.
But we bopped to that because Timbaland was the shit.
Oh no! I'm just saying, like, where was that energy?
We weren't there yet. We're
mixing apples and oranges. Like you're talking about micro level change. You're talking about the individual's ability to do something, and we're talking about systemic large order change. Like those are two separate things that require two sets of intervention. So like we're talking about these white people over here that are in cahoots to help, stop her bag. And you're talking about all those little people down here talking about
Les Moonves though. Like he's
the same.
But that's
Moonves had like a really big impact on Janet. Like he blackballed her.
No, so we're not saying that he's not being held accountable. Trust me, people still talk about that man in this conversation here. Mm-hmm. The problem is that Justin is the face, like how Britney was the face and Janet is the face. So if the face can't speak on behalf of the other face that they just did something with that is now them, because that picture is not just of her titty, he's in the picture too.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It works like that together. And Justin is that's how they always are. And the boys are silent. They go to court knowing they murdered somebody, this black hooker or somebody like that. Their lawyer can just get them off because it's just a hooker. They don't got to say, don't do nothing. Just sit back and do all that kind of stuff.
Just a black woman on stage, girl, whatever.
Let me do the work. And then they get off scot-free, where then if it's this black man and it's this white woman or somebody that's being killed, everybody has now done everything they can to make sure he's going away. So while he's protected, these women were not protected and they were made fun of. They were the joke of everybody for many, many years. I mean, Family Guy's doing stuff like that, and that was years in between all that kind of mess.
And even worse, Janet ended up having to defend Justin because they asked her about it on the interview, and she was like, "I'm not going to talk about Justin." He's like, "I'm not going to talk about Justin." Mm-hmm. Like Janet came to his aid to not defend him or to not. His career.
I mean, I know systemic racism exists. I'm not saying none of that is like valid. Like, I know all that. I'm just saying that just to put all that to blame on Justin ruining Janet's career, I think it's just giving Justin Timberlake too much. That's all.
I agree with that, but let's just keep it clear. He was a part of that entire equation. So
he was a part of it, but he didn't have any power to like make Janet.
Imagine how this situation would have been different if he would have stood up and been like, "Yeah, y'all, girl, I missed the ball."
Can you imagine doing an interview with Barbara Walters at that time?
Right, like that.
Or Diane Sawyer.
That's right, because Diane would have been able. Barbara would have. Okay, there we are. We're sitting down.
I just want to. Let's get the Diane Sawyer too, because she made Britney cry. Let's cancel her ass too.
Oh, girl!
Everybody made Britney cry because she was fragile, and Britney.
David Letterman out here, like there's so many people we got culture all the time. Like, I'm glad that we have like social media now, where things like that Janet thing will never happen again, because Janet will definitely have that support. It's just like people was jumping on Tyra Banks, like
you want to go there? Oh, you want to go there?
Let's not go to Tyra.
That, like,
I go to Tyra.
That time was terrible. That's all I'm saying.
I hear you.
I'm not protecting Justin. I'm just saying y'all giving Justin too much.
Britney went on every outlet and told y'all, I am sad. Y'all don't hear me. Please leave me alone.
Denali. Huh? No?
And everybody was like, what? Like, girl, back up off me. Yeah, back up off me. Yeah.
But I want to say, like, I love Britney. I absolutely love Janet. And I like Justin.
Now, Constance, I do not play no R. Kelly in this motherfucking household.
Bro, I stopped playing R. Kelly before. Like, even before the Boondocks episode. Because people were still listening to R. Kelly even after that Boondocks episode.
When we went to March the first time, it was a wrap for me.
I can't even play music produced by R. Kelly. I love Aaliyah, but I can't listen to that first album because it gives me R. Kelly.
Like, now he's making this music for people with orthopedic shoes, baby. I can't do it. I'm not going to do the shuffle fly.
You would be surprised at the people that still listen to R. Kelly.
Oh, well,
a lot of my friends still listen to R. Kelly and don't see nothing wrong with it. I'm like, those are your ears. She can't grace
it. The thing is, it's their choice. I'm not going to call them, like, it is what it is with them. But I know what I'm going to do. I can't do it.
I can't. I won't. I shall not.
I shan't.
So before y'all judge me in the comments, like, I'm having an objective opinion. Do not try to roast me.
No, you're fine for your opinion, Chris. That's why we're here. We can't all sit here and go the same.
Right.
That's why this is the panel. Okay. While we're here, because we got to get to TV, y'all. Free Britney forever. # Free Britney. I know that there are things happening now where we're almost there with getting her where she needs to be at. The bank has some sort of spill in this, and her dad had to step down because he's going through some craziness. I don't know what else is happening here, but I'm praying for that baby because I need Miss Spears back.
Oh, wait, Matt, you want some tea?
Yeah.
I actually thought it was one of those, it was just very like serendipitous. So the judge that just ruled in her favor for this last case is the mother of Penty Prentice, who helps write Insecure. That's his mom.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yep. So he tweeted about it. He said, I could have told y'all Miss Penny don't play because that was his mother.
All right. Before we get into WandaVision, something happened that was kind of really sad today. Actually, really sad, not even kind of. Nicki Minaj's father was killed in a hit and run.
Wow.
So send your love to Nicki Minaj because this was some craziness. That was something, when you look at some news articles today, I was scrolling and just saw out of nowhere, like, wait, what, a hit and run? What the fuck? I hope they find out who did it. I hope they paid for that. That's some terrible stuff. Halle Berry, you know all about those, right?
Brandy.
Okay. I'm gonna put it down. You can fall in love. All right. So I'm just saying.
That took a turn.
It really did. Chris, it really did take a turn. That's what happened. Okay. So. Wow.
But yeah, I felt really bad for Nicki. I mean, I don't even want to imagine like how it feels losing a parent.
Well, I've already lost one, so trust and believe it is not fun at all. And this one over here is getting older now too, so I'm already feeling like, child, if they both go, it's gonna be a wrap.
Also, so like it's not fun.
You talking about the pain you gonna have forever? It don't go away, girl.
Have we all lost a parent? All four of us have lost a parent?
No.
Lost one. I pray for you, friend. You have to.
Because I got to think about it now because they're in their like, my dad's in his 70s, my mom's in her late 60s. I hate thinking about it, but now it's just like a reality.
Yeah, my dad's in his 70s, and trust me, when they pass and you find out more things about them, that's what makes it even more emotional. Because then everybody comes out the woodwork and they start to just tell you, like. I'm like, I hadn't found out so much about my mother. It blew my mind. And I was like, what? This lady was awesome. Like, a true bad bitch. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Oh, look at this. Hey, that's Dior. Not after Brandy's B-Day, Maddie. That was Blake with the read, girl. I didn't
I'm so sorry.
He brought it up.
That was Blake.
I can't get it right. Nope, I'm drunk. I can't even
get this. I love that Brandy Cinderella's on Disney Plus, but I do look at Brandy sideways. Well, you have to with that shape, okay? Listen, because that's just how it goes. You know that TV that has that panoramic view? That's how I look at it. I'm like, girl, that thing is still on this side.
Instead of a box, it's a parabola.
Like one of those like objects you look into and it gives you like 3 different angles. You like, girl, how is that possible? Magic. No.
You gotta use the quadratic formula to figure out what's going where.
Right.
We love Brandy. We do love. I love Brandy.
I love Brandy up until after Aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it after Aphrodisiac, y'all. Human After All. Was that what the album was called? Was terrible after all.
It was terrible.
Terrible. Horrible. What are you doing? 211? I was like, oh no.
That one.
211 was cute.
You can have cute. I don't want cute. I'm drop dead gorgeous. Okay.
We gonna fall in love.
It was very H&M
with Chris Brown.
See what I'm saying? Look at Nikki with Chris Brown. Keep that energy. Bohemian Chic was working with the Predator. Well, one of the Predators. A coke predator. Excuse me. Let me stop.
A coke predator, bitch.
Okay, a coke editor.
I heard he pushed Carucci down the stairs, but that's that's another.
Yeah, girl, we are not highlighting Christopher Maurice Brown's traumatic experiences on today. I don't have the business.
Child, that man hit that big-headed lady that had to put down her. No, we had the pictures. We had the pictures of her getting beat up.
I was talking about Carucci trying to ask.
No, I was talking about Rihanna. I said big-headed lady. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Come on now, Carucci ain't big head. She's like this, like I don't know. She's on nails. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, let me get back to this here before we just start talking about folks. That is not what this live is about until later. So, Wandavision is our next subject, everybody. If you don't want to be given any spoilers, this would be the time for you to run away because these ones here talk about it a lot.
Honestly, if you're a real fan, you would have been saw it by now. So
you would have watched it on Friday.
I watched on Friday.
I watched
right before Drag Race. Right before Drag Race when I went to stream. That's why I was late because I was watching. I had to watch it. I was like, ain't no way I'm gonna go like this. Rihanna is never giving us an album, child. Well,
and we don't need it.
Rihanna is worth $600 million.
She don't need to. And that's what I need people to start respecting with some of these artists. Like when Beyonce made that interview saying, girl, I'm just going to release music whenever I want to. And I'm like, do that. Like, just come free. So that way we know you didn't have an obligation to do something and it comes out sounding like shit. So, appreciate
I want people to respect 4 too, by the way, while we're talking about Beyonce. Because without 4, we wouldn't have self-titled. We wouldn't have Lemonade. Just saying.
What's real, though, is I wish Tinashe would get more love.
Oh my God!
Yeah. All her stuff gets bitten.
Hey, your face, girl.
They be stealing all her stuff overseas, girl. I'm getting sick of it.
Oh my God! Yes, don't even let me get into K-pop right now. I can't even mention it.
Chad, you saw those pictures? I know. I'm sorry, Blake. Yeah, you better keep me in your blue wall. It's that meat tone behind.
They will flag your entire comment section.
Okay,
K-pop any kind of way.
Child, listen.
But anyway.
So, WandaVision is heating the fuck up, and it's quite interesting now. After 2 first episodes of what the fuck is this? Now turning into this, and now it's what is about to be this. We now even know that the next 3 episodes or last 3 episodes of WandaVision will be an hour long, which means
oh my God,
which means the credits will be 15 minutes. I'm just saying.
You know that pisses me off.
I know. I saw your Facebook, hence the reason why I made that joke. Turn Libra left. Okay. This last episode there was a whole bunch of references being made to literally the Marvel universe and the comic book lore, especially with the children in their outfits. We also get an actual understanding that is the what's that man's name? Quicksilver from another universe.
Yeah,
That's been verified. Yes, we verified that now because he kept making jokes and going in and out of whatever was happening, almost like he's not even under control. Does that make sense? Like she just brought him there, and it's like he's just, oh, this is.
I think he's probably Mephisto or Nightmare. Like at this point, he knows what's going on. I think it's like a villain.
Baby, when he said, "How are you doing this?" I was like,
that part. And she's showing, I don't know, which is why I think Mephisto is a part of this. I really don't want them to make Wanda just the villain of this. Like, please don't do that. Please don't. Like, let Mephisto be. How else would she have had these babies? Like, come on now. Like,
yeah, I don't think she is. So they are teasing Mephisto and Nightmare. We see it all over all the episodes, the hexes, the sixes. Like they're kind of all
Nightmare twice in this episode.
Yeah,
Agnes isn't who we thought she was, though. That part, that she is a lady who's just trapped in the town. She's not the one that we thought she was supposed to be. But
so, in the comic books, Agatha Harkness, it takes Wanda under her wing to help her develop her powers until Wanda gets too out of control, too powerful that she can't really help her. Then she goes to Doctor Strange, if I remember correctly. So I think that Agatha was trying to teach her how to get her shit together, and through the trauma of what we saw in the Infinity War, she wasn't able to do so. I also think that the director of Sword is shady. And I think he was trying to weaponize the Vision's like technology and body, which is why he broke in there and snatched him up. I think that's how everything got started.
Yeah. Because he has an alternate agenda that's going on here, and that's being played out by how he kicked out Monica and our good girl Darcy. So glad Darcy's in this.
I love Darcy.
I didn't watch the first two Thors, so I didn't really know her, but I still love Kat Dennings. And she's the voice of Livewire from Superman the animated series. I really love her already. So.
Watch the first two Thors. Like the first one's not that great.
The second one was good. The second one was good. Chris, thoughts? Vision, Wanda.
So yeah, a lot of people are saying what's the guy's name? Hayward or something?
Hayward.
He's Mephisto. They said someone outside the bubble is working, to do everything else. So I'm enjoying it. It looks like he wants Vision. It seemed like he made a deal in some way. He wants Vision, and then whoever's in the bubble wants Wanda. So I don't know. Like I'm just really excited. I love WandaVision. This is the reason why I got Disney Plus in the first place. So it's really like
not for Black is King.
Right.
Well, I didn't know Black is King was coming to Disney Plus. I knew WandaVision was coming to Disney Plus.
Okay.
Did y'all catch the little gay fan service that they gave with the twins? It was on the low. So the one twin was like, "I'm the cool twin," and then the other twin was like, "Well, who am I?" And then I was like, "Girl, let me tell you, Henry."
Billy's the queer twin, I think.
Yeah.
I was like, "Girl, let me tell you, girl."
Also, I live for the Malcolm in the Middle intro that was given. Thank you, God, for that Malcolm in the Middle intro. It was so like Fox, good, like late 90s, early 2000s. It was very that tease. I loved it so much. Yeah, Vision died, but Vision was brought back to life by Wanda with her hex constructing powers by alternating a completely different reality that she has created for herself so she could be with the one true love that she has and stop feeling so fucking depressed, which is really the tea. Okay, but unfortunately, something doesn't seem right about this place because Wanda feels she's in control, but then she doesn't know how she became in control. That's the question. So we're trying to figure that out. Also, Monica Rambeau's DNA has been altered, everybody. So who's ready for that storyline now? I am so hyped. Like, please give my sister some time.
Because she gonna have to go back in for something.
And will most likely be in Captain Marvel 2, which I'm not looking forward to because I don't like.
But allegedly, I heard that they might bring Rogue into Captain Marvel 2.
Powers. Give her powers. Give her the
Because I don't mind if Carol Danvers is out of the picture because they can make Monica the new Captain Marvel at that point.
Right, but that's what would happen. That's what would happen because that's what happened to Captain Marvel. Remember, she went into coma after Rogue grabbed her with her stealing powers, and there was like this whole cycle. With y'all remember that episode of X-Men? Yeah. Oh, good shit. I would like that to be the case.
They're setting up for her to be Photon, and there's also a person they keep making reference to, like a friend that she has in there, and they're supposed to be comic book. I have heard that they are going to sprinkle little cameos and little Easter eggs until we get to the next phase when they will do the full music introduction.
Storms and Thor.
I heard that we will probably get a little Storm something in the next Black Panther.
Wolverines and Spider-Man apparently they're gonna shrink.
Storm is not black. If she's a dark-skinned woman, I don't want it.
Hopefully.
Oh, you know what? Hey, Lorraine, thank you for your donate, baby, and you too, Patty. I love you too, baby. Listen, you're right about this, and I also feel like with the Doctor Strange, oh God, please hurry that up. Please hurry the Doctor Strange sequel up because we've had to wait way too long since the first one. I'm gonna be real with you. Well, and all we had was him was in the Avengers. I'm like,
we're getting a lot of Marvel this year because we didn't get Marvel at all last year, but right after Wandavision ends, we get Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Boom.
After that ends, we get Loki. After that, we get and then we get what? No, we have Black Widow. I know. I mean, we just got to get Black Widow out the way. We got to get.
They should have been released it. They should have let it out.
Real talk. Like honestly, the way they did Wonder Woman, because honey, that was the biggest disappointment. The biggest. You fought Wishes.
That's DC.
You fought Wishes, girl. You fought a genie.
It was bad.
It was very bad. The entire movie was consumed with Chris Pine, who I'm normally okay with as Captain Kirk, but not as whatever this man, Steve, all white. I just can't. I couldn't do it. There was too many inconsistencies. Cheetah was not used properly, in my opinion, and Kristen Wiig is a great fucking actress.
She did a good job, but it was just the story, the plot. I didn't.
It was too breakneck. It was
I could have anything. Yeah, it was very DuckTales. Ooh, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Hey, Robert, thank you, baby.
4 hours? I don't even get the Justice League thing. If somebody can explain that to me.
Oh, the Snyder Cut. So allegedly, this Snyder Cut is supposed to include all of the details and accoutrement that he wanted to be in the actual full-length film. But the MPAA was like, excuse me, Crystal, but ain't nobody gonna sit there for 4 hours and watch this. So they made him take out all the shit, and we'll get, it's like DLC basically. You're gonna get the full package this time around.
Street Fighter. Because now you're paying for the 5th edition of what just came out already 5 fucking years ago.
But why did they break it up like Infinity War and Endgame? Like they could have just did that and just had like a part one.
You just gave a Marvel conversation to a DC problem.
DC has problems, and DC needs to learn how to fix their problems with storytelling.
Then Joker and Darkseid in one movie.
Oh my God. I was like, girl, just throw the whole kitchen sink at us. Widow Von do this lip sync if you don't, please. Just go there. I want to let everybody know in Houston that tomorrow's forecast is 27 is the high and the low is 12 degrees in Houston, Texas. I also want y'all to know that this is not cool by any means because, and Chris can tell you this, the streets are not prepared for this kind of weather. So while y'all get all weather tires and stuff where you at, they don't do that out here. And the streets are smooth as fuck. So when I say that people are going to be sliding, there was already a pile up in Dallas just the other day. 130 cars. Did you see that semi truck pile through all those people?
People died.
Yes. So I myself right now did go to the grocery store and I'm kind of okay, but I'm also low-key hungry for people to cook for me right now. And I want to order some food, but I'm like, girl, I don't want nobody driving over here losing their life. You know what I mean?
Uber Eats.
I'm going to try it and see what happens, but I know they'll give me my money back if they don't come. And I have a can of chili over here if it needs and some Fritos.
Girl, I'll mail you a cake. You want a cake?
Yeah, I can't wait to get inside this cake.
I can make you a cake and mail it too. I made my first cake from scratch.
Oh,
Well, come on. Then did someone help you?
Yes.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
It was a cute cake though. Blake sent me the receipts. It was a cute cake. I saw the vision. It wasn't a Dooley Does cake, but it was cute.
Ah.
Oh, I do want to say back to WandaVision that, like, I just appreciate so much that they're getting the character Scarlet Witch right. Like, I really appreciate that. And I think they bring it to. I mean, I know the Phoenix ain't gonna happen, but I'm just sad that they couldn't get the Phoenix right. Because
Don't do it again. They need to let that
Great
stay
is that girl. Like,
The Phoenix will happen because there's a lot of money to be made in doing the Phoenix Saga right. I think Marvel is just like, we need to actually make a clean breakaway from Famke and from what's her face, Sansa.
Sophie, what is it? Sophie something?
There we go.
From Game of Thrones.
We need time between those two actresses to really give you what you deserve as fans for the Phoenix Saga, because that's not an X-Men movie. That is the Phoenix Saga.
Thank you. And also casting. I better not see a Storm that looked like me on my goddamn screen. She better not. And Alexandria, you could be just as mad as you want to be, but you were trash in the Leah movie and you were trash in X-Men. And that's all tea. Skip it. Okay. Okay. Wendy Williams was the one that right? Is that correct? The Aaliyah movie? Wendy Williams produced that movie. Sophie Turner, thank you.
Ostensibly, right now, like where we're at in the storytelling, they have set up mutants. They've given us that. In the first couple of episodes of WandaVision, they set up Fantastic Four. Remember, they made that comment about them astronauts that they lost in space.
Yeah.
They gave us that. And we have to get to another like global pandemic kind of like event to set up the next big film. And so,
don't mention that for the
correct. So they've kind of hinted at a couple different outs. I don't know which way they're going to go, but they've teased Doctor Doom, Galactus, and in a Young Avengers movie. So it's like I don't really know which way they're going.
Isn't that guy from Lovecraft Country? Like he's playing like a big villain.
Yes, he's playing the villain with his fine self. I'll be happy to swoon.
I forgot the name.
Atticus.
It's all know in the comments.
Well, that
the Conqueror.
That is not that man.
Christian Bale.
I know that's his name.
That's Christian Bale, isn't it?
No, Christian Bale isn't playing the Conqueror. That's the guy from Lovecraft Country. Who's that? Christian Bale is playing some other person.
Who's Christian Bale playing? He's in the new Thor movie, though.
We're getting Spider-Man this year too, which is great. We're gonna get the Sinister Six storyline, and like they're setting it all up for the Sinister.
When is Black Cat gonna be in this motherfucker? That was who my favorite person was in Spider-Man.
Christian Bale is playing Gore the God Butcher. That's what it is.
Okay.
Jonathan Major is playing Kang the Conqueror. Okay.
There we go.
That's what it is.
I'm tired of Spider-Man. There, I said it.
Ooh.
Marvel is doing it right though, even though we're tired of it. Like Homecoming was good, Far From Home was good.
As great as they are, I'm still on a Toby retirement. I'm still on an Andrew Garfield retirement.
I didn't even look at those.
God bless the new child that actually gives me Peter Parker, but I did not like Tobey Maguire as.
I like the Toby ones. I didn't like Andrew Garfield.
Kirsten Dunst? Oh, give me a break! Like
Toby.
I don't need that flipper up in there. No, not with them teeth. It was no. I can't. And then Andrew Garfield, I was like, what is happening on you?
Yeah, I didn't like
it. They did a good job portraying the character, but the storytelling elements of their movies were a little off.
Andrew Garfield's a villain. Sorry. He's villain-esque looking. Hold on, look at Zach here. Blake with those bedroom eyes. Love this whole panel. Seriously, though, y'all compliment each other so well. Thank you, Zach.
These are drunk eyes.
Chad, and you're gonna have that door open too. Unlocked.
I got to keep it locked so Brooklyn can't come in.
Is it a keypad?
Did you get your locker, Blake?
Business minded.
What city are y'all in?
So what?
What city are you in?
Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
Cream cheese.
And Jamel, you're in.
I'm in Washington, D.C.
Oh, okay.
See how that goes? Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., New York to Houston. Everyone flew Southwest. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I need not 2 bags for free. Fuck what you need. Okay. And I'll catch that A seating because they do A, B, and whatever. It must be A because I have to watch them get on the plane. I'm so sorry. I got the window.
I'm taking that window.
Someone asked me to move one time because they said that bad back. I said, I apologize. You didn't get first class.
This is why I fly Delta.
I prefer Delta, but
I don't like Delta.
I'll go.
I love Delta and JetBlue.
Delta's giving me problems. United, with all their dragging people off their plane having ass, actually did me right, except for when my switch got stolen. That's the only thing I'm still pissed off about. I will never fly Spirit again.
Oh, I would do it if it was free.
Ugh, the worst experience of my entire Frontier is a little bit up from there, but man, Spirit is the worst.
I would never do Spirit or Frontier ever, even if it was like free, $2, $10.
You can get a couple noodles on Spirit. A couple noodles, and it smells that whole plane up. I kid you, I cannot.
Girl, and they gonna charge you for the cup the noodles came in, the spoon you need to eat the noodles,
$5.
trash removal.
You might as well fly the plane in Spirit.
You have to pay for the ticket, which is $30, and you're like, okay, but then you have to pay for the carry-on bag. The carry-on bag, that's another $30. Oh, you're checking a bag, that's another $35 on top of that. Oh, you're traveling as a Black person, that's $27. You're a woman, $54. How about that? It's literally like they just charge you.
Oxygen is $5 an hour.
Oh, can you believe now, if you don't want to breathe on this flight and have brought your own oxygen, let us know so that way we can reduce your flight fee. Very bad.
This flight might not make it to its destination.
In the case that we have a water landing, please swipe your credit card upon exit.
And because we're Spirit, we don't own any terminals. We have to go off of other terminals. So if any of those flights are going to cover us, we have nowhere that we can be. That happened to me in Atlanta. I got stranded in Atlanta because they didn't have the right amount of terminals. And so they couldn't land the plane in time. And by the time they landed, the flight attendant didn't want to get on the flight. So we couldn't go nowhere because they have to leave with the right amount of flight attendants. I'm like, it's literally 12 of us on this flight. Like, just, it's a bus. Please.
It's basically a bus.
It's basically the best. I've done Greyhound before. I'll never do that again either.
Only catch Greyhound to like Atlantic City, and that's it.
I did it to New Orleans, and I had a lady next to me that had a scratching problem, and it just gave me the worst nerves of my life. I was wearing a do-rag the whole time I was on.
Was it a Simone do-rag?
It was very Simone. I had to bundle it in a knot because that's how long it was, girl. I wanted to give it updo and updo. Come on, Chad Michaels, let's get shared. Snatch Game is actually going to be on Drag Race UK season 2 for this upcoming week, so I hope we can laugh.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous because Snatch Game from the olden days, girl, is still top tier. Snatch Game, yes,
many of them are.
Yeah, many of them. Not every one of them. Not every.
I feel like outside of Flavor Flav, we haven't really got an iconic Snatch Game.
Jujubee as Eartha Kitt was a mood.
That was good. That was good. I'll take it back.
A mood. The temperature. It's on 60. Oh.
Mikado was a moment. It was unexpected and well done for their characterization. Mikado.
Let's see here. Hold on, y'all. Well, I got somebody asking a question. Look, we're actually at that 2-hour marker here, but I'm actually interested to talk for just about 15 more minutes and then wrap this up. So I'm going to answer a couple of questions, or we're going to answer a couple of questions here.
Sure.
What's y'all's fave Snatch Game performance? Jinx Monsoon as Edie Bill, hands down.
Period.
Quite the scandal, really. my family,
That was a good one. I'm going to go with Beyonce and Judge Judy.
Oh, yes. That was
good.
Baloney.
And then she brought up a little puppet. I said, no, she didn't.
Yeah. I'm going to say Kennedy, Little Richard. Yeah, that was hilarious to me.
I'm gonna go with Little Lady also. I think that for me was just like.
And then after seeing Grey Gardens, man, that made so much sense.
And
oh my God.
The backstory to when they were like, "Who is Little Edie? Do you think people will understand who that is? Like, do you think it can be funny?" And she came out and slayed it.
Actually, it's quite a scandal.
Scandal, really. My cousin and all, and like,
I don't know if it's giblets for the cat.
And she was killing everybody around her. Oh, Katya as Bjork is a mood.
Although, what's her face?
Essentially.
Who's Miss Choices? Her Britney Spears.
Oh, Tatiana.
Tatiana's Britney Spears was cute.
Mm.
We play Hide the Cucumber.
It was cute for what it was. It was
the first season of Snatch Game. Like,
I thought Pandora Box was robbed. Yeah, she was Carol Channing.
Oh yeah.
Bob's Carol Channing.
Well, Bob's was better, but then again, that's Bob.
That was good.
Yeah, Bob is like.
Bob is V, not even drag. Bob V. Fill in the blank. But you feel what I'm saying? Like, Aquaria as Melania Trump was actually pretty damn good.
She shocked us.
She shocked us.
Gigi as the robot was funny to me. I still thought that was a giggle.
When she called RuPaul a bitch, we was like, "Oh, bitch, okay." Like,
I was like, "Ooh, the privilege." No.
Because this can go two ways.
Oh, Vivian as Donald Trump was everything for season 1 of Drag Race UK. Yeah. Oh, seriously. I like the way she did his hands was so fucking funny. Let's see here. Talk about Megan Thee Stallion falling out with everyone. I didn't know that was news.
I know her and Kelsey fell out because of the consequences of her situation with the honeycomb monster, but like that's all I got.
I had no idea. I don't know.
Okay, not news. Boop. Okay, I like Meg, but I need news. Like, girl, I didn't know there were people. I was watching her video. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was focused on that. Oh no, I'm not gonna highlight that. That's a little rude. Okay, let's see here. I will not give that an entertainment. I won't. Nothing happened with her. It's not news. Okay. Let's see. Let me ask something here. Fifi as Gaga was the worst. Yes, but you know she made up for everything in 365 days of drag. So
they quickly lost it all on her All-Star season.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Pose is coming. Ooh, I want to tell y'all tea, but I can't because I just got off the phone with somebody that gave me that tea today. But no, okay, I will say this: an episode is being filmed this week, so there you have that. So that's all I'm gonna say.
I want to get out in June for me. I think it'll be It's going to come June
because I know that I believe the first couple episodes are already edited and like good, but like they're filming the last part because shut up, Lisa Cox. Mm-hmm. But they're filming the last part of it now because they had to do a little change up or whatever. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing, Lisa. Shut up, Lisa.
Somebody mentioned Issa Rae in the comments, but y'all saw Issa Rae was filming Insecure. Like she's with what's that guy's name? Nathan. She was filming with Nathan. Like he's gonna be back next season.
Who was Nathan again? Was that the light skinned guy from Houston?
Yeah,
he's a light skin guy
from Houston.
The bi-curious actor in real life.
Is he bi-curious?
Or he might just be. I don't know, but
bring that curiosity over here.
Don't have nobody knocking on my door with no cease and desist. I ain't say that. I am.
Well, you know.
My response, I have very bittersweet emotions about Insecure ending. Like, I have met so many great people just through like talking about the show and hypothesizing about what's going to happen. Like, I was hurt when they said that this was going to be the last season. I'm like, what am I doing with my life?
I was so happy.
It does need to end, honestly. I used to love it so much, but this last season, I was like, girl, what in the fuck?
It's also one of those things where, like, I don't think every show needs to go on for an infinite number of seasons just because it's good. Like, tell me a story and close the story.
And you know, shout out to Amanda Seal. That's like my old boss or whatever. So I was so happy for her when she like got that gig.
It's
She blocked me now. You know, we're not on good terms, but you know.
Yeah, Miss Amanda.
Hey, are y'all still? I was gonna ask, like, are y'all still cool, girl?
I mean, you on that Keisha Cole block, honey. That's what that is.
Yeah, like she saw Pop Rose and she was just like, really? And the thing is, I would show Amanda like, oh, this is what I'm doing right now. But then, when she sees like Alexander Rod, my co-host read her for filth.
Alex will read somebody into the earth, through the earth, and back out again, and come back.
Here's my thing: like, she's friends with Charlemagne, so it's like, okay, don't get on her for whatever Charlemagne says, because you know he says all types of shit. So she was mad at me, but whatever. That's other tea.
She'll be all right. Life moves on. She has money. She's working. She got kicked out of that party, but she's working.
I know the party.
I got some other tea on that, but I'm not going to say it.
It should be all right.
The girls in the comments are talking about Gorilla Glue Girl.
Yeah, so here's the giggle with this, because apparently she was donated $10,000 for the surgery to help take off the hair on her scalp, but someone did it for free, and so now she's looking like whoop. You know what I'm saying? Now people are saying she got this money and she didn't need to use it. She should give it back or give it to charity. Girl, someone gave her that money. She could do whatever she wants to do with that coin. And
she gave it to charity already. So
she did. It was some black hair restoration project.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then there you go. But at the same time, I'm like, even if she didn't want to,
she did some stupid shit for clout.
Just with the culture, the person who got that Gorilla Glue out of her head is a black surgeon.
Who
and you still have your hair on your head
for the press. I mean, I would do it for free because it's just more press to him. I heard he was already on TV before.
I think so, but yeah.
I just, to me though, I'm like, girl, if she had got that money and someone did it for free, that is her money. You have got me fucked up. So you're now going to challenge me because someone gave me? That's what a donation is, child. It wasn't like it was specifically.
Yeah, like the people that donated was stupid.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you didn't want, if you wanted it to go to something specific, then write a note. Here is $10,000 to get your hair fixed, and only your hair fixed. If you get someone to do it for free, you must donate this to somebody else. That's when I would be like, now she needs to do some shit here. But there are no stipulations on that. But
also, you gave money to somebody who put glue in her head. That product is not even available in the hair care aisles at the CVS.
Now, there is a conversation about how we failed her in a sense because of the fact that she felt the need to put that Gorilla Glue on her head. And apparently she's a teacher now. Apparently.
She's a teacher. She's 40 years old and she has a kid.
But we judged her over how looking, or basically trying to look beautiful, and how hard it is with Black women and when it comes to hair and being accepted. Yes, they were making an argument for this and saying that basically.
Let me get my Kente hat.
I know that's right. And my red contact.
I was just reading this article. This guy was like, we were so wrong for how we did her. And it was like, let's have this conversation. A grown adult used Gorilla Glue, and that's not the weed that we're talking about here either, bitch, on her scalp to hold her head down. She then had a helmet on her head for 30 days and no longer could breathe on her scalp. We are going to drag her.
That is only available in like the home repair section.
We're going to drag her, period. Because
the instructions say do not use on your skin or like by like their specific language, but like your hair is made of dead skin
right.
cells. Like 2 + 2 is 4, girl.
I'm gonna feel sorry for her for sure, but I'm gonna also laugh at this.
Like, don't use on your skin, but is your scalp not part of your skin?
I expected a child to do this kind of stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody's little baby, but you were doing this for a date, apparently.
That's
So
what I will say is the hair was laid when it was there.
It was almost cartoonish. It was almost cartoonish. Like almost like a Nina Benina Brown paper milk little whole situation right here. It was very cartoon. I was looking at it like, girl, what is happening here? I thought someone put a head on top of her head.
Vanity Fair said not a flyaway.
Or Naisha with a wig. Kaboom.
All right.
Can I bring, since today is Valentine's Day, can I just bring up one more topic before we begin to close out?
Okay.
So what I have been doing to celebrate my Valentine's Day is watching some of my favorite rom-coms and like love stories. So I'm curious about what are some of your favorite like rom-coms or like love stories, just like in your pantheon of movies.
Scream.
Poetic Justice.
One Fine Day.
Ooh. That's a good one. Yeah, mine is Poetic Justice. Fuck you, no, fuck you, bitch, no, fuck you too, motherfucker. Yeah. That was some real love there, honey. He came into that shop to get his nails clean. Yeah, so your nails are clean, child. Don't. I love that movie. I can watch it every other day. As far as other movies go, I'm trying to think of what I've watched that would make me like cry or something like that. And I love that Blake said Scream too, everybody.
Scream.
Rose McGowan being killed by the garage door is funny.
Trying to climb out the door.
I couldn't believe that's still the dumbest scene to me. Like
for like things that I like for like romantic wise, like I actually love horror movies. Like being able to watch a horror movie with somebody around this time is very like, oh, we don't have to watch The Notebook.
Don't remind me of that. That's sad. Now I feel single. Because I like watching scary movies with like boo things because it's like, oh my god, babe, and then after that it's like, there you go.
I know you probably you'll roll your eyes, but I really love Silver Lining Playbook. Like that actually made me cry.
Whoa. Okay. Do you know I had to force myself to watch that? I actually like that movie, by the way, but I had to force myself to watch it because the two leads were like, ugh.
I know.
Oh, you douche. You. Oh, God. Get out of here. I still can't forgive you for Mother. Oh, I still can't forgive you for that movie.
So over this weekend, I have watched. So yesterday I watched You Got Mail for the first time. I did not watch it growing up.
Whoa, 96.
It was okay.
I also what movie?
You Got Mail.
You Got Mail. Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan.
Okay.
Before the lips.
One had a career and one stopped. Yeah.
I thought it was okay. I watched The Proposal, which I think is super funny. It kind of holds up with Sandra Bullock. And then one of my favorites is Just Right with Queen Latifah and Common.
Interesting.
Okay.
You can have that one. Well, can we do Black love movies and our favorite Black love movies?
Ooh.
Is this going to be the closer? Black love movie?
Black love movies.
I'll say Love and Basketball. I'm trying to think of one.
That was kind of fucked up, to be real.
Yeah. That movie pissed me off.
That was nasty. I did not like her. She was such a bitch to me. I was like, really, girl? Like, you gonna call back
basketball for my love? Like, what the fuck?
Brown Sugar was also like a little bit contrived too. So I'm trying to think of a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for me, like Black love movies.
Now there's The Wood. There's Love Jones, Best Man.
And Best Man Holiday, I really enjoy.
I would do the Best Man Holiday would be mine because I have never boo-hooed so hard in my entire life watching a movie like that.
Oh, girl, the Oh Holy Night scene. I'm not a crier, but that scene takes me out. I'll be just like, oh Lord, this girl got cancer.
Moonlight was a good one too, actually. Now, sister.
Are we counting as a love story?
We can, because I had an experience like that back. You know what I'm saying? From somebody that was straight that came on through and was like, I always wanted to be with.
Moonlight is a good one. Yeah,
I felt that. I felt Moonlight. I resonated it. Yes, very that.
Yeah.
I was that man in the diner, y'all. I was him. Mm-hmm. Been there. Oh, girl. I gotta watch that tonight.
Since we're here, I'm gonna add a hood classic because I feel like it needs to be acknowledged.
Okay.
I'm gonna say The Players Club.
Oh, Lord.
Players Club
that movie.
Ever be
that movie so much.
Oh my God.
I want you motherfuckers all eyes on me.
Open up the door, bitch.
Everybody out the motherfucking dressing room, please.
Everybody out the motherfucking
dressing room.
You just gotta move your body real slow and stick it to the music.
When she popped Adele Givens in the face, girl, and Bernie Mac Carter, oh Lord, you gonna pay for this.
I'm just here to dance. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Yes, you gotta cover your chest.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
Waiting to excel. Money, don't let the money make you.
Someone said "Waiting to Excel." That it will forever be a classic. God bless you, Whitney. Before Preacher's Wife.
Preacher's Wife was so good.
Remember movies back then? Back then, movies was like, oh, girl, when you got to the theater, it was like, oh, this is a big deal. This is a big
deal. Soundtracks were really good.
True.
Stella got her groove back.
Yes, Angela Bassett still looking exactly the same. She did back then. Yeah, Stella was good. Whoopi Goldberg played the friend. No eyebrows. It made sense. Yeah. You know what I was telling people earlier? I said Whoopi Goldberg walked so that Bimini and the rest of these queens that have no eyebrows could just be sitting there like, I'm fine. There's nothing wrong. Because I'm telling you, Whoopi's been giving us the blueprint of no brows and still expressions for a long time.
I never noticed that.
She has no brows in Cinderella.
None.
Or Sister Act.
Or Color Purple. While we go in there.
What's my other movie?
Ghost.
Before that one, Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
She don't have no. That was one of her first movies. She had.
And you can see all of this, all of it. Like now, you talk about emoting.
Karina, she had her eyebrows.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Karina is
throwback.
So good.
I love me. Like there aren't too many superstars that I'll be like that I would fangirl over, but I legit might fangirl over like Whoopi Goldberg. I love
Karina. Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg is like.
She has eyebrows and Ghost.
I don't think so. Oda Mae Brown didn't have no eyebrows.
No, she didn't. No. Molly, you and Danger Girl was eyebrowless.
Oh, no, this is actually a quick question. I want to answer this. Maddie, if you don't mind me asking, what happened to Fortunate Rants? You don't have an answer if you don't want to. No, I can answer that. I actually was trying to reach out to Mimi about that this week, but Mimi is taking a break from social media. So I'm respecting her space right now. And whenever she's ready to talk about it, we'll talk about it. But honestly, I was actually going to gear it up for either towards the end of this week or middle of next week. But it'll be back. We're giving Mimi a break. So that's just what happened with that. It was out for a while. I had a lot going on. Y'all know I was trying to move and stuff. Like, I had a lot of shit happening. And now that I feel more like click, 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 I'm like, okay, let's start the roll call. So I had to get good, but now my sister's got to get good. So that's where Fortunate Rants is at. Okay. Fuck, you brought up Karina. I got to go find that motherfucker. I wonder if I can download that on Amazon because that is a.
I don't remember what that movie was about, but I went to go see it.
Yeah, she was a maid and she was working for Ray Liotta's racist, homophobic self. In real life, he is, by the way. And he was a guy that made jingles for commercials, and his daughter needed somebody to like look after her and this, that, and the other. And so I remember she, I guess, played their maid for a bit, but also she brought the baby around because she didn't want to go to school because she was going through her own stuff because her mom passed away and it was all that kind of mess. Yeah. So she was the black maid that came in and saved the white people's day, and that's how movies were back in the day, and they still are today. To help, that's all I gotta say. Like for real, like that little white baby was upset, like losing at that window. Girl, come back here. She told me nice things my mama never tells me.
You were smart using potent.
Ooh, I'd cry like a little baby at that scene. I really did. Like,
y'all see Jiggly in the comments?
Where Jiggly at? From the front. Jiggly. Oh, here she go. Did Dooley give Jade the business? Oh, that's sister. That's right. What happened to that? Did you get your Santa Meyer in?
Jiggly did her due diligence and did all the taggings and the things. I have not heard from Jade, but like, if she wants to respond, I do have some things for her in the DMs.
Oh, well, you shot your shot and you have pictures ready. All right. Okay. Thank you for that. I'm assuming that's what you meant by what you had ready. What'd you say, Blake, on the low?
Hashtag DMs.
I bet. I'm like, who about to knock on your door? Anywho, let's go. That means that was a yes. I know what those eyes do.
What
All
you
right.
gonna do? You can't say no when your feelings start to show.
So,
When I really
you know, how you gonna act? How you gonna handle that? What you gonna do when you back? Yes, it's after midnight. Come on, Maya. People who we didn't give their dues. We should have gave their dues. We should have. The Voguing Diva, best believer. I always thought Tanashi was more like a Maya version to me when I look at Tanashi.
Definitely agree. Our generation.
Yeah, very that. That's why I feel like she's underestimated, like Maya was. It was like, girl, like Mama was the dancer, and she also had a nice voice too. But anywho, we're not talking about Lil Kim's boat party. No. Y'all remember that clown show? I was like, I have never seen so many distorted faces in one setting in my entire life. Like, why are these people here? And they got this one masculine acting gay man in there as well. Girl, like, y'all better stop. Y'all better stop. You had B. Simone's ass up in there.
Oh, my God, I cannot.
Lord, not B. Simone.
Talk about the food grader, bitch, that you bought at the dollar store. No, ma'am. I don't need this. It can be thrown away. All right, anywho, let me stop, y'all. Thank you for being here for this panel. We went off the rails a couple of times, but we were still on the subject key. I know that sometimes I can say some things that people don't agree with here, but this is all about opinions and people expressing it and us respecting that and understanding that we're coming from a good place. But we'll throw some shade and be nasty a little bit too. But we still love all these people and hope that they get some help if they need it and hope that accountability can be taken as well. I'll go from the start of C. Diggy to Dooley, then to Blake.
You say Dooley?
Yeah. That's the name. You see Dooley under note.
Dula Lipa.
Oh no.
He didn't call me Dula Peep, girl. I'm not her.
Yeah, if you don't want to see Tia Coffee wear a bad outfit again. Okay. Raise your hands. Raise it.
Then don't watch UK.
Okay. RuPaul's gonna be like H&M. Fuck that. Okay. All right. C. Diggy, Chris, go ahead and give me your socials, baby.
You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, CDIGGI1. You can also follow me on Pop Roast with Alexander Rogers' channel. Also on the podcast on Apple and Spotify.
Oh, I'm dropping Apple too.
Awesome blossom. Okay, go ahead, Dooley. Give them your social medias, baby.
Yes. For personal on Instagram, I'm Dooley noted with 2 underscores. For business, I'm DooleyDoesFood. That's also my name for my YouTube channel. Come watch and learn how to cook things. This week, I have a fried chicken salad video dropping. And I think, since I'm off for the next couple days, I think I'm going to teach you all how to make homemade Pop-Tarts.
Oh.
I'm going to give you guys that tea. And on Twitter, I am _Dooley_noted_.
Fabulous.
What was that salad recipe?
I almost bought Pop-Tarts when I was in Target today, so that I'm gonna tune in for that.
I'm gonna be for the salad one though, because
fried chicken salad.
We can make a salad.
You can find me on Instagram at Rowley B or on the Twitter pages at BA_Rowley86. Facebook is Blake Rowley.
Fabulous. And yes, I was on a podcast this week called Fuckboy Problems. Definitely check it out. I spill some. I tell a pretty fucked up story, but yeah, some nasty man. I used to have to. I don't know what I was going through. First time in LA, never again. Okay, but listen, you can catch me at MattyRants on both Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Cameo. Bookable, please, as well as Twitter at the MattyRants. Y'all know where to find me here on YouTube. Subscribe to Chris, subscribe to Jamel, subscribe to my good friend Blake. Thank you again, and I appreciate y'all so much for giving this panel so much love. We got one little donate up in here. Hold on. Zach, thank you guys for being part of my Valentine's Day, especially you, Blake. Girl, cancel Blake. Now go answer your door because I'm on the other side. Oh! Are you
She got on her Trisco, Blake. She's ready for you. She's waiting for you at the door.
I mean, at the door. That lady said go to Blake's house. Okay, I see.
She waiting for you at the door.
Osworth, hey y'all, on the way to work, I was trying to kidnap me. I already had one bisexual Uber driver experience. I'm at work. Wait, I forgot. I was watching the live and I was watching You Are Not Alone lip sync to Farnsworth. What happened? Farnsworth, I had to read a lot there. I hope you're okay, baby. I hope you're okay, baby. Listen, if it's so bad, blink twice, okay? Let us know what's going on here. I can't see you, but if you blink twice, someone will. All right. Listen. Thanks for tuning in. Catch us next Sunday. The panel was tea today. I hope y'all enjoyed. Puss. And I will see y'all next time, okay? Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Listen. Yeah.